The following is a presentation of Saginaw Spirit Hockey. The Spirit are set to take the ice. But first, get all the game day information you need. It's time for Countdown to Face-Off on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey, WSGW.
Quarter mark in this 2025-26 OHL season. That being the case, it's only fitting that the divisional matchups heat up a little bit. The Saginaw Spirit and the Windsor Spitfires from the Dow Event Center here on this Saturday night. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us. My name's Dylan Clark as we bring you up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. We'll be joined by Brad Walsh shortly, and an exciting night of hockey on our hands here tonight for sure. These two teams did battle not so very long ago. It was a Sunday night shootout win for Saginaw, a dramatic come-from-behind victory led by Dimas Jilkin's first career hat trick. He would score the eventual shootout winner at the WFCU Center on that Sunday night and send Saginaw to an exciting 3 games in 3 days sweep. The Spitfires have had some time to sit and think about that. No games for them between then and now, so they've had Saginaw in their sights for going on 7 days here. Meanwhile, the Spirit just dropped a tough 5-1 contest on Thursday here in this building. So Windsor looking for revenge, Saginaw looking to right the ship after a bit of a misstep. We take a look at the numbers here, this matchup here in the OHL's West Division. Just the second matchup of the season between these two teams. Windsor just 2 losses in regulation, only 1 loss on the road. The Spitfires 6-1 in visiting Barnes this year. The only loss came back on October the 5th to the Owen Sound Attack. So the Spirit looking to defend home ice a little bit better than they have here over the last little bit. And for Saginaw, again, up and down to start the season. Their first run of 3 consecutive victories last weekend, as I mentioned, snapped by that 5-1 loss to the Flint Firebirds back on Thursday. And a couple of players to watch at the end of every month. The OHL tabulates all the points, all the saves, and comes up with 4 performers of the month. We're going to have 3 out of the 4 performers for September and October in this game tonight. And one of them, our player to watch on the back end for the Windsor Spitfires, defenseman Carson Woodall. Leads OHL Blue Liners in scoring, 2 goals, 20 assists, 22 points on the year. Leads the OHL in power play points with 14 of them. So 8 of those points coming at 5-on-5. And he's got points in 14 out of his 16 contests that he skated in here to start 2025-26. Former 10th round pick of the Windsor Spitfires back in 2022. It has certainly been a coming out party for Carson Woodall here this season. And another blue liner for the Saginaw Spirit. He wasn't one of the performers to watch as far as the OHL was concerned, but everybody's watching Levi Harper. Make no mistake. Already 10th in Spirit history in points by a rookie defenseman. 15 points in his first 15 contests. He's on pace for a point per game season. Should he stay healthy, would be by far the record, which right now is held by a rookie Spirit defenseman by Zane Parekh, who had 37 points in 50 games back in 2022-2023. So big skates to fill for Harper, but he's certainly on track right now and a player to watch heading into this Saturday night contest. We take a break. When we come back, we caught up with Spirit head coach Chris Lazary, trying to get his team back on track. Not lots to say about Thursday night's game. It's a Spirit organization, a Spirit team that's trying to turn its attention to the next game and get ready for Windsor. Coach's Corner with Chris Lazary coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber is your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer. Family owned, locally trusted. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're where your vehicle is serviced by factory trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at your local Jeep and Ram dealer. Garber, Bay Road, Saginaw. Online 24/7 at GarberCDJR.com.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about: questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Scott Seaman to create your personal price plan today.
So, we're finally ready to plan for retirement, but who do we trust?
Our friends at TriStar Trust. They've been here for 25 years right here in our community, and they'll be here for the next 25.
That's the kind of team I want in my corner.
TriStar Trust helps you plan your retirement, manage your investments, and build the future you've been dreaming of. Because when it comes to your goals, it's your time to shine. Visit TriStarTrust.com.
Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room.
Now, get inside analysis directly from the Spirit coaching staff. This is Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner on this Saturday night, the Spirit taking on the Windsor Spitfires, joined by Spirit head coach Chris Lasry. And coach, just going back to Thursday, bit of a misstep against the Flint Firebirds. What was your biggest takeaway from that contest?
Well, one, we got a live band here, so it's hard to focus. But, I'm not going to really comment on it. It wasn't a good game for us in a lot of areas. We know it. We've dealt with it as a team. We're moving forward. It was a disappointing night for a lot of people. Nobody in that room knows that more than us, right? So we got to move on. We're playing a good team. We don't have time to really reel on that. It's about identifying why it happened, make sure it doesn't happen, and what we got to do to be good tonight.
And in the context of the schedule, 3 games in 4 nights for you guys. You practiced yesterday. How do you balance making the adjustments that are needed and still taking into account the rest that's needed as well?
Yeah, a lot of video at the end of the day. Like, if these guys are going to play in the NHL, they gotta be able to grab concepts in video and put it in their game, and that's where we're at. We skated quickly, but really more just to keep our legs moving. A lot of the stuff's been done on video.
Nikita Klepov, OHL Rookie of the Month for September and October. What a show for us right now. Nikita Klepov, Rookie of the Month for September and October. What are the things that he's done consistently? What are the habits that he's done consistently that have led to so much success?
Yeah, we're proud of him for that. It's a pretty big award for his first month in the league, but he's a dog, man. He's a worker. He tries to get better every day. Obviously, he's talented, like uber talented, but just trying to be an impactful player. He's been a little bit sore. He's played a lot of minutes, but I thought he's done a good job adjusting. And as he goes, we go a lot of the time because he is our best offensive player.
And lastly, this Windsor team, you held them just 23 shots on goal last time you played in that shootout win back on Sunday. What did you do to work things out so stingy defensively?
Yeah, I thought our neutral zone slowed them down well. I thought our forecheck, when we had to forecheck, slowed them down, and we did a good job being in lanes and blocking shots. And obviously, they shoot a lot of pucks. They got a lot of speed. They're huge. You just got to make it hard for them to get to the net, and we can do a good job of that by neutral zone forecheck, tracking, arriving, and really our breakout touches. If we can get going north on pucks, not turning those over, it's hard for them to generate.
And lastly, if we have the time here, you're running into 3 really strong goaltenders here this weekend. How do you solve that as far as an approach standpoint, and just how much more important does the front of the net become when that's the situation?
Yeah, we looked at that analytic today. We looked at the top 10 scores of the league last year and broke down their home plate goals versus their outside goals, and just to draw a point of need to be around the net. The best players, the Amats, the Nylanders, the Dreisaitl, all those guys get a lot of goals in the home plate. You got to be around that area and get shots from that area, and that was our focus this morning.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Spirit head coach Chris Lasry, Saginaw taking on the Windsor Spitfires here inside the Dow Event Center. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Sebwing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Sunday, and Saginaw looking to bounce back after a subpar effort on Thursday night against the Flint Firebirds. Another round of West Division action here. We take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University, your community-engaged university in the Great Lakes Bay region. And with the visiting Spitfires, this line was dominant last Sunday against the Spirit. Ethan Belchez on the left side, Philadelphia Flyers first-rounder Jack Nesbitt at center, LA Kings first-rounder Liam Greentree on the right side. The OHL's defenseman of the month for September and October, Carson Woodall on the blue line alongside Wyatt Kennedy. And the goaltender of the month, Joey Costanzo, between the pipes for Windsor. Saginaw goes with the hero of that Windsor game, Dima Zilkin on the left side. Carson Harmer and Jacob Kluche reunited again. They look strong for stretches on Thursday night against the Flint Firebirds. They'll stay together. Graydon Jones and Hayden Barch on the blue line. It's Stepan Shurigan's net yet again for his head coach, Chris Lazary. This will be game number 14 for Shurigan here on the season. Your starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University. Spirit and Spitfires coming up. One more break. National anthems and puck drop. We're back to the Dow Event Center after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
Get it all at Garber Chevrolet Saginaw. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall experience. Our expert technicians are factory trained to the highest standards, keeping your vehicle in top condition. And we have everything for your automotive needs, even tires. Get to Garber Chevy Saginaw today and see how you get it all at Garber. Gratiot Road, Saginaw. Online, GarberChevroletSaginaw.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. Spirit Hockey
Harmer holds it out wide. Centers. Kluche scores!
lives
Looking for the stretch pass to Zilkin. He'll pop off the wall and lay down for him. Zilkin scores!
here.
Picked up by Harmer. In with speed. Carson Harmer shoots. He scores! Carson Harmer!
The radio home of your Saginaw Spirit is WSGW 100.5 FM. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. Now it's game time. Live from the rink to your radio. Here is the first period play-by-play with the voice of Saginaw Spirit Hockey, Dylan Clark.
Western Band with the national anthems here on this Saturday night. Saginaw and the Windsor Spitfires. Second of a 3-game and 4-night weekend here for the Spirit that features a mountain of difficult opponents and lots of really good goaltenders as well. They dealt with Mason Vicari on Thursday night. They'll have to deal with the Brantford Bulldogs tomorrow. But right now, the puzzle they have to solve is that man, Joey Costanzo, our starting goaltenders for tonight's game, brought to you by NetSource One. He's the active leader in the Ontario Hockey League in games played with 158, 84 wins, 7 shutouts, and even 10 assists. Though if the Spitfires have to rely on Costanzo for offense tonight, other things are the issue. But he is the real deal here this season. Second best save percentage in the OHL this year at a .923. The best goals against average at a 1.66, and a couple of shutouts as well. Everything coming up Costanzo here for the overage goaltender out of Toronto. And down at the other end, Stepan Shurigan looking to put the pieces together after 19 saves on 24 shots against the Flint Firebirds on Thursday. He was just a couple of days removed from a 40-save performance against the Owen Sound attack. The biggest part of the reason why the Saginaw Spirit won that hockey game back on October the 25th, with the exception of Jacob Kluche's hat trick. 4 wins on the year for Shurigan, looking to make it 5 here on home ice. Your officials for tonight's game, brought to you by WNEM TV5. Matt Bowlby and Alex Ross, the referees. Riley Brass and Joseph Erickson will work the lines. Windsor goes with Belchez, Nesbitt, and Greentree, a projected first-round pick and 2 already first-round picks in the National Hockey League. They go with the defenseman of the month on the back end in Woodall and Wyatt Kennedy. Saginaw goes with Zhilkin, Harmer, Kluche, Jones, and Bart on the back end. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh. Walshy, no shortage of talent in this game tonight, and an important matchup for Saginaw looking for the bounce back.
This is no different for my era. I mean, every time we played Windsor, they were absolutely loaded up with, future NHLers. So no different this year. Windsor's got a great team, and Saginaw's got to find a way to win here.
Top team in the Ontario Hockey League, Windsor, 12 wins, 26 points. Delta College opening face-off between Nesbitt and Carson Harmer. These two teams did battle 4 times in this building last year, as we'll have to drop the puck again and put some time back on the clock. They did battle in this building 4 times last season. 3 of them needed overtime, as we have our first conference on the game between the linesman Riley Brass and the referee Matt Bowlby, and they'll put the time back on, and we'll do it all over again. Nesbitt, a little bit of extra instruction as he goes against Carson Harmer. We'll start it for real now as the puck drifts back in on Costanzo. Woodall back from behind his goaltender, Greentree. Looking on the cross-ice pass. It's off the wall, Nesbitt. Jacob Kluche in for checking. This is Wyatt Kennedy. Running out of real estate is Dima Zhilkin. In his grill to start out, Carson Harmer, a glancing blow off of Nesbitt. This is Hayden Bartz looking for the stretch pass out of his own end. That deflected up into a body in a big-time collision as Harmer rolls right through Woodall. And this puck's going to deflect up and out of play. Just 30 seconds gone. Woodall favoring that left leg a little bit. Heavy collision between he and Carson Harmer as they were rolling through the middle of the ice. And a Spirit team that's looking to hit the ground running here in this game.
Right, good start for Saginaw. Obviously, you're a 12-2 hockey team. You don't think anybody's going to give you much of a challenge. So good on Saginaw being physical.
Nick Sema looking for this offensive zone face-off. Turn back and behind the net, Igor Barabanov. The centering pass ends up on the stick of Levi Harper. Now Valeris, point shot. They score! On the deflection, Sema celebrates. 40 seconds in, the Spirit have the first goal of the game. It's 1-0.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to shoot the puck on net, and Valeris there with a nice casual wrister. Thankfully, there was plenty of traffic. We got Harper circled there. We're not sure who put it in the back of the net, but it looked like Sema thought he got a piece.
Nick Sema, if it is his, 4th of the season. Xander Valeris continues his scoring touch against the Spitfires as he found a goal back on Sunday at the WFCU Center. Saginaw's Beer Line Trombley Electric light the lamp goal off the body of Nick Sema to make it 1-0. And a favorable start for Saginaw after a less than ideal one on Thursday night against Flint. This is Klepov, OHL's Rookie of the Month. A long shot into the goaltender of the month, Costanzo, who makes the easy save and hangs on. Klepov, 23 points in his first 15 games of OHL action. He has taken the league by storm. He's had points in all but 2 of those 15 games here to start this season. And Nick Sema is going to be the centerman here with Barabanov and Klepov, at least for this offensive zone draw. Spitfires have it. Jonathan Brown. Green Tree is hit by Saginaw's Glavin. Another collision there off the body of Sema. Klepov throws it back down to him. Sema to the net. He scores! Nick Sema, 2 goals, less than 90 seconds into the game.
Great goal by 92. Usually he's taking the puck out of the corner himself. This time, Klepov, here, take that. Nick Sema finds 5 holes. And what a start to the hockey game. 2 minutes in.
And it's all timing for Sema there. You got to be the more patient of the two in that stare down. He outweights Costanzo, lets the wickets open up and slides it through. 2 goals on the first 3 shots of the contest for Saginaw. We mentioned Klepov and points in every game except for 2 this year. He's going to pick up the assist, so that stays true. Spitfires trying to work this back up to their own blue line. Miroslav Shatan to fire it back around. Opportunistic are the Spirit here to start this game, and it's going to drift all the way back down in behind Stepan Shurigan. We got a whistle and an icing call as Cole Dubowski and Hayden Bartsch locked up right now in the neutral zone. A couple of extra words between those two, but nothing more. We're just a couple of nights removed from a scrap. Dima Zilkin and Luca Graziano here in this building. We'll see what comes here over the next 58 minutes or so. Barabanov to take the face-off with Klepov and Nick Sema again. Staring down 2 goals right now. Back up at the left point, this is Xander Valeris. We'll see what else Sema has as his stick was in the lane there on that point shot. Klepov from the corner, Barabanov. This one wristed back around. Valeris is there, tapped underneath. Barabanov can't hang on to it. This is picked up back and behind the Windsor goal by Andrew Robinson. Turned over. Klepov trying to find Igor Barabanov, taken away by Carter Hicks. And a calm backhander out to center, handled by Levi Harper. Sema's got to get back and touch up. Hicks down from the right side. Fired in from center red. Sultan McKeish to chop this back down for the Windsor Spitfires. And now out of the corner, here they come. Thrown back in front and a turning shot in the back goalpost. Couldn't be slammed home by McKeish. A good pass from Ethan Garden. Puck all the way back down in the Windsor end. And it'll be handled in behind Costanzo. Some grade A scoring chances. That would have been cashed on Windsor's first shot of the hockey game. Garden pursues back in behind the Saginaw goal. Sealed off by James Go. Cross ice pass picked up by Kennedy. He's got a lot of time, and a blocker saved by Shurigan. I think it's rolled after there with contact from Davis. Glavin was in front as well. Spitfires still have the puck. Woodall right down Main Street. He scores! A highlight reel goal from the OHL's defenseman of the month, Carson Woodall, upstairs to make it 2-1.
Now, that was just elite vision from Carson Woodall as a defenseman coming on the blue line, surveying the traffic, and takes it all the way to the net with a disgusting backhand over the glove.
Well, the C's part for Carson Woodall. Sneaky release on the backhand. There was contact with Stepan Shurigan prior to that opportunity. Enough time had passed. He got reset. This was the lockup earlier on. 3 minutes gone, and a hit in front of the Windsor bench, and we've already seen 3 goals in this hockey game. Jilkin from back behind the Spirit net. Luce waves it in on the backhand. This is Walton for Brown. Exultan McKee's going to pick up one of the assists on the Woodall goal. This one back in behind the Spirit net again. Levi Harper comes away with it. Picked up the other assist on Saginaw's first goal of the game. Here comes Dima Jilkin leading the charge down the left side. Takes a shot, fought off Costanzo. Rebound chance sent just wide by Harper. Back behind the net, Kluche for Jilkin. At the left point, Carson Harmer trying to make the most of the room he has. Given to Kluche, the pass would not connect on the way back down. Kluche picks things up in the neutral zone. This is Harper. Back up to the left side, Carson Harmer. Thrown on through. Jilkin now in the right wing circle. Saginaw trying to sneak a line change. Jilkin tries to prolong this offensive possession. Puts it back down below the goal line. Glavin closed off by Windsor's Nesbitt. Miroslav Shatan now just inside the blue line. Saginaw can't keep it alive. Nesbitt on the Windsor counterattack. Shoulders off Gervais and puts it back down below Shurigan. James Go for Glavin. Nesbitt there with the shoulder. Gervais for Go, then up to Shatan. Short pass picked up by Brody Popoy. Cuts across the blue line. Big time collision. Gervais the puck, and that one goes off a leg. Out of the corner, Gervais. The James Go and back underneath. Gervais spinning there. Back in behind the Windsor net. Just gets it to Popoy. Looking there, top of the circle. Go over. And a one-time shot off the outside of the goal. That one off the stick of Graydon Jones. Windsor captain Greentree. Can't skate it up the near side. This is Carter Hicks back behind the Windsor net. Back pass off the wall. Belchez there. Skate to stick Greentree. And into the offensive end, trying to get through James Go. Greentree cut off. James Go stumbles, picking up the puck there. Looked like Hicks. It was poked away from Cole Davis there. I think James Go recovered just in time. Inside the line, here comes Greentree. Dropped off. Carson Woodall on the right circle. Tipped on its way through by Davis up into the glass. James Go. Outlet pass for Nick Sema, just angled ahead. Saw the pressure there coming from Woodall. Spitfires, a home run pass to the blue line. This is Davis in against Shurigan, and a great save with the glove. The Spirit netminder shuts him down. Good back pressure there from Hayden Barch.
As talented as the team as Windsor is, I mean, very talented. They're going to look for all those opportunities. It's something Saginaw can't sleep on, giving up those odd mans.
And Stepan Shurigan able to shake off the disappointment of that goal by Woodall on the first shot of the game. Able to come up big with a glove save there. Wyatt Kennedy from the blue line pushes this one back in off the wall. Levi Harper there for the Spirit. Stations against Sean Costello. 2 against 2. Back in the corner. This one will be collected by Xander Valeris. Pass into the skates, but handled by Sema. Spirit have numbers on a 3-on-2. Sema over the line in the drop-off here for Barabanov. Spins away and walks off the wall towards the middle. A long shot into the goaltending equipment of Costanzo. He's able to sprawl on it. And Sema, or Klepov rather, put onto the back of the net there by Wyatt Kennedy. 14:08 to go in this first period. And a little bit more after. Seen a little bit of everything here to start in the first 6 minutes or so of hockey. Costanzo, a little bit of trouble there with the rebound, and he's just able to stab out with the glove hand and get that cover before Klepov had any sort of opportunities with it.
Well, 92 whites all over the ice for Saginaw. I mean, what I said the other night, I score a goal, I feel like I'm the best player in the league. He's got 2 already. He's feeling it. Watch 92.
Fourth and fifth goals of the year for Nick Sema. Spirit overager. He'll stay out on the top line with Barabanov and Klepov, especially if he keeps doing that. Here's Hayden Barch off the offensive zone faceoff. Jones the shot. Waved at by Sema in front. Hayden Barch into the corner. Barabanov. Big time hit there as we got a delayed penalty. Barch fumbles it at the offensive blue line. Sultan McKeish comes over to close him out. Cole Davis touches up. And a cross-checking penalty will be upcoming to Wyatt Kennedy. But it's going to be after a break. 13:49 to go in the first already. 2-1 Saginaw and a power play coming up when we're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Ryan Coe to create your personal price plan today.
Hi, this is James Go, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 2-1. Saginaw's got the lead after a pair of Nick Sema goals and a Levi Harper shot right off the draw. Stopped by Costanzo to start this first IBEW Local 557 power play here. Wyatt Kennedy in the Windsor box for cross-checking. Klepov back through the seam, Zhilkin. Levi Harper, center point. Takes a shot, goes wide off the end wall. Walton takes Dima Zhilkin into the boards. Barabanov is there and scoots it around. Klepov, one assist already in this game. Puts it back underneath. Gervais cut off. Back and behind. Walton spinning there as Barabanov gets put into the boards. Barabanov in some discomfort. Play's going to continue here. Zhilkin pulls it up the wall. Harper spun over. Klepov. The return pass misfired, and this puck back out at center. Zhilkin can't play this puck. He would have been offside. And so Walton has a little bit of time on the dump back in. Stepan Shurigan with Greentree right there. Greentree doesn't know that puck was right next to him. Levi Harper, as the Spirit maybe get away with a bit of a miscue. Barabanov for Zhilkin. Into the offensive zone. Pass right towards the net, and a save made there by the goaltender Costanzo. 12:43 to go in the first. As they're struggling right now, I think, with the penalty time up on the clock. Not immediately apparent how much time is left on this minor penalty for the Windsor Spitfires. I think they'll get that sorted out right now. And a Windsor team that is stingy on the PK, to say the least. Only allowed 8 power play goals against on the season, 86.2%. That's second best. And Nick Sema to take this face-off for the second power play unit here for the Spirit. 57 seconds left on the penalty to Wyatt Kennedy. D-zone face-off here, won by Windsor. And Woodall clears. Shurigan to stop it. A little fake drop-off there as Ethan Garden was in on the forecheck. James Go back up at his own blue line. Jacob Kluche for Carson Harmer. And into the zone, Brody Papoy. A little bit of room up high. James Go. Papoy again. 2 bodies in front for Saginaw. Papoy and Go play catch. This one through the seam. Handled by Sema. Gets run over by Belchez, and the Spitfires clear. Go up for Papoy. Lost it at the line. Carson Woodall takes over. Final seconds of this power play. Long clearing attempt. Handled by Stepan Shurigan again. Davis cleans out Nick Sema. No call coming. Here he comes again. Just inside the line. Final seconds, and a long shot snapped up there by Shurigan. And Spellis, got a stick up high from James Go. And there's a little bit of frustration on both sides right now. 11:45 left in this first period. Saginaw unsuccessful on their first IBEW Local 557 power play here in this game. Chances going both ways, though. So the Belchez line can come back out here. The Spitfires survive it Nesbitt to take the draw in the offensive end against Sebastian Gervais, skating in his 275th OHL game here tonight. Second only behind Ethan Miedema among active OHLers for Gervais. This was put back underneath. Spitfires try to go to work. This is Belchez, 2 goals against Saginaw on Sunday. Rolling up high. Brown now at the right point. Greentree spins out of the corner, finds Brown again. Cross-ice pass in the left circle, blocked at his side by Shurgin. The rebound chance, that just chopped wide. Lavin's got Greentree all over him. 3 Spitfires to the puck, now Zilkin's on it. Looks to make a little room for himself, then he goes up to the air to get the Spirit out of danger. Sebastian Gervais in against Jonathan Brown, but not fast enough to wave off the icing. Face-off coming back the other way, 11:13 to go here in this first period. 2 goals by Nick Sema, 1 from Carson Woodall. Bexalton McKeish and Wyatt Kennedy pick up the helpers on the Windsor goal. McKeish, one of 7 Spitfires on NHL Central Scouting's watch list. More on that in a little bit as Dima Zilkin's got Saginaw back out at center. Late 2008 birth year, Dima Zilkin, so he won't be NHL draft eligible until next season. This is put back in by Graydon Jones. McKeish against Zilkin in the Windsor corner. Carson Woodall away from the forecheck of Jacob Pluchek. This is picked up by Garden. Speed through the offensive end. Drops it off. McKeish the shot. That rides up Levi Harper. Now Igor Barabanov on the Saginaw counterattack. Pluchek back through looking for him off the skates of Woodall. Davis chops it back around off the boards. We approach the halfway point here of the first period. Bexalton McKeish gets run over by Nick Sema. Puck off a skate in front, now taken here by Carson Woodall. Barabanov, the stick lift, throws it back in front, looking for Sema. This is Klepov, the shot, he scores! The Spirit convert after an offensive zone turnover is forced. Klepov, 11th of the season to make it 3-1.
Well, I don't know if he'll get it on paper, but Igor Barabanov with the great forecheck, forcing the turnover, finds Klepov up front. Too easy. I mean, well done.
That's Saginaw's best line right now by a long shot. They force another turnover. Klepov goes low to the blocker's side of Costanzo. He's already got 2 points in this contest. It had typically been Dima Zilkin on the wing with Klepov and Barabanov. Sema seems to be finding a home, and that is the release of Klepov. We talked about the NHL Central Scouting preliminary watch list. A-ranked, projected first-rounder Klepov. Hicks down the near side, spins this back in. Out of the corner, 2 against 2. Spellacy taken into the wall by Sema. Unassisted goal here for Klepov. And a little bit of room to make that outlet pass. Too far ahead of Sema, but maybe perfect for Barabanov. The drop to Sema takes the shot. That goes off a leg before it can make its way to Costanzo. Spellacy pushed back in. Shurigan wanted to play that. Maybe a little bit close to the restricted area. This is Spellacy up high in the offensive end for Windsor. J.C. Lemieux back up high and a point shot kicked out. Rebound. That one shoulder to side as well by Shurigan. Brown from the right point, spun back in. Too far for Lemieux. And a bump back in front. Spellacy, sharp angle try. That off some bodies as well. Brody Popoy gets it back out to center. D-to-D pass. We're in that area. This is Belchez, the forward, to throw it back in behind Shurigan's net. Josh Glavin up looking for Popoy. Nesbitt steals. Throws it back over Walton. Up now, this is Belchez. Lost the puck. Hit by James Go, and Gervais will battle with Greentree. The puck back to the center ice circle. A little reverse hit there as Belchez and Popoy go against one another. James Go for Josh Glavin. Closed off there by Belchez. The puck taken now by Brown out at center ice. Brody Popoy, the backhander up, but no further than center red as Belchez is there again. Josh Glavin looked for a little revenge in the turnover there. That shot by Nesbitt fought off by Shurigan. Glavin had eyes for the hit. Odd man rushed back the other way there for the Spitfires. As this is Greentree to keep things alive, just inside the line. Liam Greentree cut off there by Brody Popoy. Makes the pass though. Belchez the shot and the pad save made by Shurigan. Back out to neutral ice. The Spirit get the clear. More saves from their goaltender here. Brown's pass up for Greentree. Locks with Zilkin. Greentree's without a stick. Goal for Carson Harmer. Second line on now for the Spirit. Harmer back down the near side. Zilkin is there. Kluch is alone in front. Zilkin could not get that pass through Walton. They lock up in behind the play. And the stretch pass is too far ahead of Davis. Shurigan sweeps it to the corner. Kluche looking for Harmer. Trying to hop over that puck. Garden gets drilled at open ice by Jacob Kluche. The helmet goes flying. The Spitfires want a piece of Kluche. Play continues. Zilkin into the circle. Slot shot and a great save made by Costanzo off the stick of Harmer. Levi Harper puts it back in from the left point, and it comes back out past him. Biggest hit of the season we've seen from a Spirit player. Off the shoulder of Jacob Kluche, and more hits here, as Harvey can't put this back in deep. Carson Woodall from center red. Fired back in. Cross corner dump in. Taken off the wall. Now back at the right point. This is Kennedy. Can't keep a turning puck in the offensive zone. Kennedy spins, then Carson Woodall. Puck off the stick of Harper at the Spirit blue line, and they'll blow this play down. A hand pass. 6:58 left in this first period. 3-1 Spirit. And a massive hit at open ice. Jacob Kluche right through Garden as he moves the puck. That is a big-time collision.
Huge hit. Sends the bucket flying, and that was all clean. I mean, real solid contact to the body there.
Well, good to see Garden pop right back up. The tone has been set here in this first period. Again, there was a lot of frustration on the Windsor side of things when the Spirit picked up that shootout win, and they've had 6 days to think about it. Face off in the neutral zone. Kennedy back over for Dubowski, and another hit there. Glancing below that time from Hayden Barch. Jones takes a check, and this is Barch the other way. Dubowski hit there by Nick Sema again. Klepov at center. You'd think these two teams were playing in Game 7 of a playoff series right now. Nick Sema into the offensive end, surrounded by red sweaters. Klepov, a skipping shot. That one turned out by Costanzo. There is a rather important Game 7 tonight. This is not that. This is not even the same sport, but we've got quite a tempo here. Costanzo back in behind the Windsor net. Carson Woodall has to pull this out of his skates, and he'll take a bit of a softer shoulder from Brody Papoy. Now Nesbitt's got a lot of room here. Gervais trying to cut him off, and he makes the defensive play. Nesbitt trying to get that puck back, though. Finds Belchez. Bad angle, can't get a shot off. He's in behind the net. Put it back in front. Chance for Greentree. Tied up there by the defenseman Glavin. And the puck will be taken now by Brody Papoy. Back at center off the window. Down for an icing here with 5:48 to go in the first period. Lots of hits. 4 goals already. It's 3-1 Saginaw. We'll take another break, and we've got a little bit more here in the neutral zone between Barabanov and Nesbitt. We'll let that sort itself out. We'll take a break. Maybe. Hang on a second. Does Glavin have anything to say about it? No. Let the piles be separated and send everybody back to their own sides of the red line. We will take that break now. 5:48 to go here. First period, a fun one here from Saginaw on a Saturday night. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Chevrolet in Linwood. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience that will keep you coming back. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see us. Get a better overall experience and lease for less in Linwood. Garber Chevrolet Linwood, M13, north of Bay City. Online, garberlinwood.com. Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, a 3-1 lead for the Saginaw Spirit over the Windsor Spitfires. A season series that needed quite a few overtimes last year. No shortage of entertainment between Saginaw and Windsor, and we still got a lot of hockey left before we get to even consider anything extra, but boy, have we seen some entertaining action here to start this game. A couple of hits, handful of goals. and end-to-end, really, the opposite of what we saw Thursday against Flint.
Exactly. Everything you want. I mean, this period has it all.
Back at the left point. Windsor trying to go back to work. A tip on its way through, and a save made by Shurigan. Greentree battling with Glavin in the blue paint. That was a great tip by Belchez. But right now the focus is between 66 and 5. And the Windsor captain not thrilled with the way this first period's going to go. So he'll do what he can to try and turn the tide, and that's no surprise there. Greentree, the active OHL leader in points right now with 266. He's also played his fair share of hockey games in this league as well. I think the chain is the casualty of that exchange. So he'll give it to the linesman, Riley Brass. I'm sure that's the last of Greentree's concerns right now. We got a holding penalty, I think, out of this. 5:43 to go in the first. And Walshy, were you a chain guy when you played?
No, I always wanted to be a chain guy.
To be completely honest with you, I think the rules say you can't be a chain guy, but everybody kind of goes with it.
I mean, the chain looks good. I mean, if you can rock a chain.
See, but that's always the concern, though, is you get into a scuffle like that and the chain becomes the casualty. So we'll have offsetting minors here between Greentree and Josh Glavin.
The chain guys don't usually get in those couples.
That's a good point. Greentree's never one to hide from something like that, though. One of the many reasons he turned out to be a first-round pick for the LA Kings. Costanzo way out to play this puck, and a yard sale back in the Windsor blue crease. Cloutier's got to wait for Zilkin to touch up. A chaotic first period. Cloutier, drop pass, it's Zilkin, and a shot right into the glove. Costanzo wanted to keep things moving, but the whistle of the referee was faster. Costanzo will take the extra second to get sorted back out after maybe a little friendly fire there from Woodall, and Zilkin making his way towards the net. 5:20 to go here in this first period. Comes out. If you're going to make that play, you got to make it confidently. Costanzo did. He's able to make it and able to get back in time despite the contact. Barabanov against Spellacy here. At 4-on-4. Woodall with Kennedy, Spellacy, and J.C. Lemieux here for the Spitfires. Lemieux with his puck now. Weak side option. Would have been Woodall there. I can't get the puck to him. Spellacy knocked out of the air by Barabanov. Sweeping in is Lemieux. Barabanov gets it back. And the pass is off the skates and one-handed ahead by Graydon Jones. Carson Woodall for Windsor. Back in. Looking to showcase the hands a little bit more here in the first period. He gets taken down, more or less tackled by Dima Zilkin. That'll draw a penalty. Costanzo to the bench. Extra attacker makes it 5 against 4. Nesbitt charging in with a lot of speed. The late call still going here. Kennedy for Nesbitt. Short little bump off the wall. This is Woodall. It will be a penalty to Zilkin, or maybe a Michigan attempt there, and a shoulder save by Stepan Shurigan. Good opportunity there for Woodall. Finally, the puck is touched up by Zilkin. Barabanov not a fan of the showcase move there from the defenseman Carson Woodall. I don't think anybody's really a fan of anyone else right now at this point in this game. 4:24 to go in the first period. We'll get a pretty good angle of it right here. And Woodall, that would have been a great opportunity. Right off the side of the mask, maybe the shoulder of Stepan Shurigan as well. If you can pull it off, if you can time it right, if you can put it in the right spot, that would have been the right spot. But it helps that Stepan Shurigan, 6'5", his shoulder comes up pretty high. He knew what to expect. He's able to make the save.
I mean, nobody's ever going to be a fan of someone trying to do the Michigan to you. But if there was ever an opportunity to try it, I mean, that was like a perfect moment and probably his best option.
It's one of the most polarizing plays in hockey, I think, because like you said, if it's your team doing it, you're all about it. You're up off the couch. You're up out of your seat. You want it to happen. If you're the goaltender it's happening to, you probably don't love getting whacked in the face by a stick, and same deal for all the defenders out there. 4-on-3 power play here for the Windsor Spitfires. Their first of the game. And a deadly man advantage crew here for Windsor. McKeish for Woodall. Trying to creep back down between the circles. Belchez, a rising shot, goes up and into the glass. Third best power play in the Ontario Hockey League for Windsor at 32%. Woodall takes the shot. Save made by Costanza. Wasn't sure where that rebound went. Barch is going to make sure that Nesbitt can't hang out in front of the net too much longer. It is Dimas Yilkin in the Spirit penalty box. While we got bogged down in all the Michigan talk. Nick Sema, Hayden Barch, and Xander Valeris, the penalty killers here for the Saginaw Spirit. Windsor's power play has only been blanked in 3 of the now 17 games they've played on the season. They got a chance here, Woodall. Back for Belchez, and a shot didn't miss by much. Nesbitt looking on the back goal post there for a potential deflection. Glavin and Greentree will be out in a moment. So it'll go to 5 against 4, and a Belchez shot right into the glove. Stepan Shurigan having to look around Hayden Barch and Jack Nesbitt. Able to get the leather on it and hang on for a face-off. 1:16 left on the tripping penalty to Dimas Yilkin.
Well, it's no surprise that Windsor's power play has been so effective this year. I mean, I didn't know how good it's been. You just look at their lineup and say, oh, well, that has to be good. Third in the league's pretty good.
You got 5 different players leading the team with 3 power play goals. Many of them are on the ice right now, and this puck going to deflect up and into the stands. And it is officially ruled a deflection. Anthony Cristofaro, who's missing another game with an upper body injury, he's one of those players. Ethan Belchez, Liam Greentree, Jack Nesbitt, and Cole Davis, the others, all co-leading the Windsor Spitfires with 3 power play goals this year. Next, Sultan McKeish for Carson Woodall. Liam Greentree takes a shot off the leg of James Go. Belchez to retrieve this puck. Carson Woodall. Slow and steady on this power play. The pass a little bit too quick there on the changeup for McKeish. Woodall to lead things back in here for Windsor. 4 white jerseys around him. He doesn't care. Gets this puck into the corner. Jams it back around. It'll be Greentree against Go. This one held in at the right point by Belchez. Over to Woodall. Puck leaked off his stick blade. Back underneath. Sultan McKeish. Around for Nesbitt. Pass is cut off by James Go. This is Greentree just inside the blue line. 28 on the power play. He'll take it into the circle and a backhander to the net. That handcuffed Shurigan. He's able to make the save there with the chest protector. Maybe a little bit of lumber after the fact as well, as Nesbitt having words with Saginaw's Josh Glavin. 12 shots apiece in this first period. No shortage of action. And the backhander, maybe the favorite opportunity out of everybody in this game right now. We saw the Woodall goal. Pretty good opportunity there for Greentree.
One of those games, and obviously you take your first penalty, and Saginaw's going to go in the locker room and say, hey, let's not do that again. This power play is pretty good.
22 power play goals on the year. They've had the 4th most opportunities to flex their power play muscles. With 68 now. It's a big-time collision in the corner. Loose puck in front that just rolled up at the last second. Save made by Shurigan as Lemieux got the chance from 10 feet. Hayden Barch trying to wheel this one back around. 10 seconds until Zilkin's out. Kluche takes it to the neutral zone. Just weaves this puck back in from center. That's it. Spirit have survived. And that is survived with a capital S. Greentree down the wing, closed off by Saginaw's Harper. Approaching the final 2 minutes of a fun first period. More collisions in the Spirit end. Xander Valeris trying to get this one away from Greentree. Knocks it out of the air. They try to peel this one back off the stick of Jacob Kluche. He's wrestled it back out into the neutral zone. This pass coming over from Robinson to Hicks. Spitfires regroup down the right side. Dump back in, and a bit of a chop goes off of Dimas Yilkin. He's got this puck now. Wheeled up to Carson Harmer. Look back in from center end. He's the first man in after it, too. Costanzo to drop it off there for his defenseman Hicks. Belchez will let it go for Greentree. Closed off by Nick Sema. 2 of Saginaw's 3 goals here in this first period. Outlet pass ahead of Nesbitt. Rolling puck. Valeris got to jam him up. The goaltender Shurigan out to play it. Gets it back out to center. Carter Hicks looking to go cross ice for Greentree. He's been out for a long time. Jonathan Brown. The dump back in by Hicks. Intercepted by Valeris. Glavin out the far side. Klepov just pushes this puck back in. Carter Hicks. And Sema puts Jonathan Brown into the boards. Ethan Garden gets this one up to Belchez. Little shuffling of the lines here. As that goes right into the glove of Stepan Shurigan, and Nathan Games has a little bit more after, and Klepov has had just about enough here as he's locked up, I believe, with Games. Well, one of the other Spitfires, this Games has Glavin right now. Ethan Garden back in behind the net with Klepov. 1:03 left in the first period. A lot of the other start times in the OHL were adjusted to accommodate for Game 7 of the World Series tonight. This game was not, and if it continues this pace, that game might be over by the time we're done here. Stop and start, but not for a lack of entertainment. Klepov and Garden will take offsetting penalties here. 1:03 left in the first period. You know, Walshy, I thought maybe we were overselling the history between these two teams. After all, it was just one game. The dislike can't be that much after a shootout between these two teams, but maybe we undersold it a little bit. There is some genuine nastiness out there.
Yeah, and it goes way back. I mean, Windsor, Saginaw, like a Flint matchup, you know. They've never gotten along. You see these guys so often. It's one of those things.
I'll see these two teams do battle again 2 more times this month. Remember the 21st in Windsor and the 22nd in Saginaw, so another set of back-to-backs. As Shurigan uses the goal stick to get the Spirit out of a jam. This is Dima Zhilkin. We'll finish the period at 4-on-4 unless anything else happens. Barabanov back in his own end. Barabanov up the near side. Stick check from Lemieux. Down the wing into the circle. That shot off the goal stick of Costanzo. Lemieux back in behind. Takes a whack from Zhilkin. This is Woodall. 30 seconds left here in this first period. Lemieux hops off for Windsor. Greentree is on. Spellacy with the puck. Down the left side past James Go. In off the boards behind the net, Wyatt Kennedy. Watched by Dima Zhilkin. Kennedy jammed up. Backhanded pass up high. Carson Woodall carries to the middle. Head fake to try and get around Barabanov. Spear forward doesn't bite. Long shot from the left point. Goes out the other side here with 7. Greentree's pass splits the difference. Kennedy off the wall. Woodall, maybe one more try. Spin around backhander at the horn. Would not have counted. And that's it for the first 20. 57 more seconds at 4-on-4 to start the second period. Things are lively here inside the Dow Event Center. Chances at both ends, 13 shots apiece. 2 goals for Nick Sema, 1 for Nikita Klepov. Has Saginaw up to the 3-1 lead. Carson Woodall has the lone Windsor goal. We take a break. It is education night here inside the Dow Event Center. Stephen Hackbarth of Northwood University coming up. He'll join us at ice level. And we're back after this to start the first intermission here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehomed dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today, the disability experts in your community.
We're Duralast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Duralast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Duralast, the world's best roof.
WSGW is keeping you connected with the Great Lakes Bay region and the world. Tune in to quality local shows. Mihinte on Air, United Shades of Gray. That's What She Said. Generating Gratitude. And Hey, Great Lakes Bay. Saturday mornings until 9 and Sunday afternoons at 4. Or anytime on your favorite podcasting app. Great Lakes Bay Connections. Local voices, local stories, local people.
Hi, this is Nick Sema, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
Education night here in Saginaw, so pleased to be joined down at ice level by Northwood University junior Stephen Hackbarth. Stephen, thanks so much for being with us tonight. An exciting night. You and I were talking during the break about the game itself, but let's turn to you and to Northwood University. You're major, and you're a fresh air ambassador. Walk us through that a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah. So my name is Steven. I'm a Fresh Air Ambassador at Northwood University, and I'm also studying marketing and marketing communication. So Fresh Air Ambassador stands for freedom, respect, empathy, spirituality, honesty, achievement, integrity, and responsibility. So those are the code of ethics we embody at Northwood University.
Well, and you know, the skill on display there, that's a long acronym to remember, and you nailed it, my friend.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about student life at Northwood.
Yeah. So our students are involved in a wide range of activities, from athletics, student-led events like our auto show, our fashion show, and our Stafford dinner. And we also have a lot of internships and student-run organizations on campus as well. So,
and you guys are kind of piling on the sports and extra activities, right?
Yeah. We're adding some new programs as well for bowling, powerlifting, and we have a championship international traveling esports organization that's one of the best programs in the world. So,
and besides all of that, besides the national and international championship teams, what is it that makes life and being a Northwood University student just a little bit different than anywhere else?
Yeah, so what is unique about Northwood University is that our students are immersed in business and leadership opportunities from day one. So you start in your major right away, and we also emphasize free enterprise. So we're North America's free enterprise university. And this means that we embody experiential learning. So not just sitting down in the classroom, we're taking learning outside of the classroom. So that way we have confidence when we leave the school that we can be leaders in the real world as well. So yeah, that's what makes us unique.
And Stephen, if people want to learn more, I know we've got prospective students watching, parents of prospective students watching. If they want to learn more, where can we send them?
Northwood.edu is the best place to start. So that's our website. And then you can also connect with an admissions advisor to schedule a meeting with an academic counselor or even meet with some of our professors. You know, we have some great business leaders as professors at Northwood University. So that's the best way to start.
Well, Stephen, we appreciate you coming on with us.
Thank you.
Good talking with you. Great work battling through the bands here inside the Dow Event Center on Education Night. Did a great job, my friend. Good speaking with you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Stephen Hackbarth here of Northwood University on Education Night inside the Dow Event Center. A lot of action going on right now. A lot of action on the ice as well. 3-1 game. Feels like a playoff game, but it's November 1st, and who's going to dislike that? We'll take a break. Highlights coming up your way. We'll bring Brad Walsh back in. We'll break down a frantic, fast-paced, and fun first period. 3-1 Saginaw over the Windsor Spitfires. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Garber Chevy Chesaning, better means you get it all. Better prices, better selection, and better service. Our factory-trained technicians keep your vehicle in top condition. We have everything your vehicle needs, even tires. Come see us at Garber Chevy Chesaning and see how you can get it all. At the corner of M52 and M57, online at garberchesaning.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Mike Miner to create your personal price plan today.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Unwind on a fall color tour or simply wander a while on scenic trails. Handpick ripe apples and pumpkins, savor warm donuts and fresh pressed cider, and slip into the coziness of harvest season. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at gogreat.com.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
For the pucks to start hitting the back of the net, just 40 seconds, as a matter of fact, so we're not going to make you wait too long to see the highlights. Nick Sema got things started inside the Dow Event Center. Again, a Spirit team looking for a hot start against the best team in the OHL. Xander Valeris off the D-to-D swing, and Sema in the right place at the right time. Maybe a little bit of a bruise, but I think he'll take that here for goal number 4 on the season. And just about a minute later, a give and go with Nikita Klepov. Sema right to the net, keeping things simple, opening up the wickets on Joey Costanzo. Second of the game. Saginaw off and running. Carson Woodall would not let that stand. An opening right down the middle. He takes it there himself. The OHL's leading scorer from the blue line gets another one. 23 points on the year with his 3rd goal of the season. Makes it 2-1 at that point, but Nikita Klepov comes right back. Another OHL performer of the month for October. Klepov getting started pretty well here in the month of November as well. That's his 11th goal of the season in just 16 games. Intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. We mentioned the shot count even at 13 apiece. Neither team converts on the power play. We'll have 57 seconds at 4-on-4 when we start the second period. That's a lot of information to throw at you all at once. We bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh, and Walshy, we ask you, where do we start in a first period like that? Fast-paced, good for the Spirit to start out early. I think that early goal was really the deciding factor in that first period.
It was a great start for Saginaw. You can obviously tell they're playing together. A couple of the last couple games, they hadn't been supporting each other through the neutral zone and in the offensive zone. Everywhere on the ice, they've been there for each other and in the right position. But the element of surprise is over. I mean, you're playing top dog Windsor, and there's 2 more periods to play.
Well, and after losses to this point in the year, especially, when we've talked with Chris Lazary during Coach's Corner, he's been able to kind of walk us through a lot in the thought process of kind of what came out of those games. He didn't have as much to say today when we spoke to him after that Flint game. So that kind of paints the picture of where the frustration level might have been in that dressing room. And again, whatever was said, this is a different hockey team on the Saginaw side of things that came out that we saw on Thursday. And it's the team that needed to come out.
Yeah, and I mean, we know they can do it because we've seen it. This team's, no joke. Saginaw's got, all the ability in the world. It's just, coming together, playing as a team, and doing all those little things correct.
And from an individual standpoint, there's a lot of talent on this Windsor roster. We've talked about that quite a bit. We've seen the puck protection. Jack Nesbitt, Liam Greentree, Ethan Belchez. That top line is going to carry this team through the rest of this game and through the rest of the season. But you like Carson Woodall on the back end. We talked about him a lot pregame, and the hands were on display on that first goal.
Yeah, Carson Woodall is sick. I mean, he is disgusting. I don't know, how he slipped through the gap as far as the NHL draft goes. But, I mean, you don't strike out twice on a talent like that. I mean, it's obvious that he's playing a step above most defensemen in this league.
Poise and control on the back end from Carson Woodall. 3-1 score, 13 shots apiece. Really entertaining in that first period. Walshy, what adjustments get made to come out here between these two teams for the second?
Well, obviously, Windsor, they're going to wake up in the second and third period. I mean, they're too good not to. And you don't want to lose to a team twice, especially one that you see all the time. So I think they're going to come out buzzing and lay the body and Saginaw's just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Things will turn up a notch in the second period for sure. Again, 57 seconds at 4-on-4. 3-1 right now. We'll take another break. When we come back and look around the rest of the OHL, a lot of other teams have finished up their business on this Saturday evening. Buffalo Wild Wings out-of-town scoreboard is next after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
From the depths of the ocean to the farthest reaches of space, Corning's technologies push the boundaries of what's possible. We're the world's leading innovator in glass and ceramic science, and we're innovating right here in Michigan. Corning's solar wafer site in Hemlock is helping guarantee American energy security. We're investing in our local Michigan communities. That's why Corning is a proud sponsor of the Saginaw Spirit. Learn more about Corning today at corning.com.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
At My Michigan Health, we are committed to our purpose of creating healthy communities together each and every day. It is an honor to serve our neighbors by improving access to care, investing in local organizations and initiatives, identifying and addressing the needs of our communities, and working alongside students seeking a future in healthcare. Together, we can build healthier communities for today and long into tomorrow. My Michigan Health, your go-to place. Learn more about us at mymichigan.org.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
A lot of other wins to go around the OHL as well. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. A lot of start times moved up to attend to the baseball matter tonight. Of course, 4-0. The Kitchener Rangers go into Brampton. They blank the Steelheads. Goal and 2 assists for Christian Humphreys, but the performer of the night, Jason Schabel, 30 saves, 30 shots for the shutout. 6-1, the Sioux in Oshawa. They pick up the win at the Tribute Community Center. The visitors making Saturday nights a little bit less than enjoyable. Jakob Winkelhofer, goal and 3 assists. Brady Martin, the newly minted Greyhound captain, freshly back from his first stint of National Hockey League action with Nashville, goal and 2 assists to lead the Sioux Greyhounds to a victory. 5-3, Peterborough defends home ice against the Kingston Frontenacs. Couple of goals for Adam Levac. Goal and assist for Adam Novotny. Jacob Battaglia, a goal and an assist for the Kingston Frontenacs. And for the games that are still in action right now, Owen Sound, 3-2 over Sudbury. No score between Brantford and Flint right down the road. Remember, the Spirit will see the Bulldogs tomorrow evening at 5:30. And 1-1 between Erie and the Barrie Colts. Ritter Coombs and Brad Gardner, the goals for either side. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. One more break. When we come back, second period action at 4-on-4. Some high-tempo hockey coming back for the second period after this. You're on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Carroll, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go, Spirit.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Garber Buick is America's oldest Buick dealership. Our factory-trained service technicians deliver precision care to keep your vehicle performing at its best. We also have an award-winning body shop. We even sell parts and tires. You truly get it all at Garber Buick. Better service, better selection, and better prices. Garber Buick, State Street in Saginaw. Online, garberbuick.com. Buick, exceptional by design.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
News coverage.
As many as 800 people are feared dead in a deadly earthquake in eastern Afghanistan.
The Trump administration is looking to step up immigration enforcement in cities around the U.S.
Chicago is a hellhole right now.
Well, it's an invasion with U.S. troops.
News.
Gretchen Whitmer has scheduled a special election to fill the 35th district Senate.
Mike Pacigalupo entering a plea in the federal wire fraud case.
News coverage on WSGW. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
And more bodies will collide here to start period 2. 4-on-4, 57 seconds. Barabanov against Greentree, and the face-off for the second is underway. We'll see more back and forth here in the middle frame. Zhilkin drops it back off Graydon Jones. The pass coughed up to Greentree. Belchez stays onside, and he's going to pick this puck up off the wall. Back for Kennedy. Right point shot. Blockered away there by Stepan Shurigan. Up to Carson Woodall. Chopped back out by Saginaw's Zhilkin. Klepov and Garden in the penalty boxes right now for Windsor. And Saginaw, Barabanov back at center. Levi Harper. Cutting in towards the middle, poked away, on and off the stick of Liam Greentree. Harper spun around. Coming out with this is Carson Woodall. Greentree, the active stick. Barabanov gives it right back to him with Zhilkin breaking towards the net. Zhilkin, the stick lift. He can't hang on to the puck. Belchez for Woodall. He'll drop it back off the outside of the goal. We're back at 5 aside. Woodall stretch pass, intercepted by Harper. Head fake at the line, can't get around J.C. Lemieux, so this is Windsor's Nesbitt. The stretch pass, it's onto the tape of Belchez for a breakaway, and a right pad save by a sprawling Shurigan. Gervais for Harper. Up to Barabanov. Taken heavily into the wall by J.C. Lemieux. Klepov. Back over to Levi Harper. And then back in. Harper a little bit of a bump from Nathan Gaines. Walton back off the wall. And the return pass from Jonathan Brown. Walton clears this puck back out at center. Jacob Kluche takes a shoulder. And this is J.C. Lemieux back in for the Spitfires. A stick left to James Go. Make sure that Nathan Gaines doesn't have an opportunity. 42 will be a marked man here for Saginaw in the second period after the check we showed you coming back from commercial break. Games after Kluche. Josh Glavin back in the Spirit end. Off the wall. Can't be kept alive by Harmer. A shot by Lemieux off the cuff of Stepan Shurigan's glove. And there's A.J. Spellici, one of the harder hitting players on this Windsor lineup. Walton D-to-D for Jonathan Brown. That pass goes off a skate. Kluche tripped up. Exultant McKee's going to fire this back into the other corner. James Go bumped by Harvey. Carter Hicks keeps this in at the blue line. Kept alive by Harvey. Top of the zone. That ramps up off a leg and into the netting, out of play. 17-19 to go. Second period. And we saw A.J. Spellici try to throw that hit, and the consensus of many in the OHL is that A.J. Spellici might be one of the heavier hitters, a former D1 recruited wide receiver in safety, so that makes quite a bit of sense that he's throwing the body around like that.
Tough kid, and his agent happens to be a former Spit as well, Kenny Ryan. And I was talking to him a little bit before the game. He said the kid's an animal, works like a dog. and had 5 or 6 D1 football offers.
Off the tie up here is Spelisi back on the bench right now. 3rd round pick of the Chicago Blackhawks in 2024. His icing is waved off. This one pulled back in between the circles, and there was a story done by Scott Wheeler of The Athletic that revealed that 23-24 season was Spelisi's first fully committed to hockey. Football had been a part of the picture before that, as Hayden Barch throws a heavy check down the right side and gets one back from Sean Costello. Carter Hicks from out behind his own goal. Costello locks up with Barch for a 3rd time. Braden Jones, the hit from Harvey. Robinson has Sema after him. Costello trying to tap that one through the legs of Belchez. Nearly got it. Belchez uses the frame to hold off Braden Jones. The pass is going to come right back to him after it could be handled by Greentree. Belchez in front, tied up by Klepov. J.C. Lemieux scurries after this one in the corner. Met by 2 Spirit players, Barch and Barabanov. He's down. Here comes Greentree back behind the net. Looking to walk out and make a play. Good active stick there. And Klepov gets this back out and out of danger. Down for an icing, so the Spirit forwards trying to hop the boards right now will have to go back the other way. 16:05 left in the second period. D-zone face-off, and they are tired right now. Barabanov hunched over. A lot of work in the D-zone. And that's what that top line for the Windsor Spitfires will do to you. And they are shaken up a little bit right now, or mixed up. Nesbitt between Becksultan, McKeish, and Nathan Games here on this offensive zone face-off. We'll see if Nesbitt gets reunited with Greentree and Belchez later on in this game. Nesbitt's won the draw. Carson Woodall, sharp angle try, almost some friendly fire off the stick of Saginaw's Hayden Barch. Nesbitt up to the right point. This is Wyatt Kennedy. Back underneath for Games. Jones gets under. Gets the stick in the way. No more puck there. The Spirit clears. Sema trying to baseball swing that into the offensive end. Couple of players get off on the line change. Games back in, shouldered by Jones. This is Nesbitt. Into the corner, right back onto the stick of Saginaw's Brody Popoy. Tries to hold off Becksultan McKeish. Does so. In over the offensive blue line. Sema shouldered there by McKeish. Nesbitt. Bumped by Saginaw's Gervais. McKeish back for Carson Woodall, and the Spitfires move things back into the neutral zone. Popoy can't reel in that pass from Xander Valeris. McKeish turns this back in. 2nd round pick by the Spitfires in this year's import draft selection. As Walton's going to turn Popoy into the boards. The puck is picked up behind the Windsor goal by Brown. 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Hot pass up the near side, on and off the stick of the rookie Caden Harvey. This is pulled back up. Harvey trying to make the play from the seat of his pants. Spelisi works out of the corner, throws it to the net, and a pad save is made by Shurigan. The rebound chance. Pinball's in front. A short opportunity from Ethan Garden, and that's covered up by the Spirit netminder as well. 14:47 to go in the second period. Best 2 opportunities we've seen for either team here in the second period. Good work along the wall from Windsor.
Yeah, absolutely. They're feeding their D-men and getting to the net, what they're good at. Couple questionable blue line turnovers from Saginaw. I mean, and a huge save by Shurigan on that breakaway on Belchez.
17 stops on the night so far for Stepan Shurigan. Again, looking to bounce back after 5 goals against on 24 shots against the Flint Firebirds Thursday night. Now, quite a few of those did come after defensive zone turnovers. The first 3 of the 5. 2 D-zone turnovers, 1 in the neutral zone. A couple of gifts for the Flint Firebirds that they cashed in. And the Spirit a much higher commitment to helping their goaltender out here to this point in the game. 14:47 left in period 2. 3-1. Nobody's found the net here in this second period, although that can change quickly. Here's Kluchik. Looking for Dimas Jilkin, trying to beat out the icing against Brown, and does so. Handcuffed now. That'll allow Jacob Kluchik to tap it back on the reverse. Carson Harmer. Out of the corner to the point. James Go walking the line. Ran out of real estate. The poke check of Belchez, and he finishes off the check on Graydon Jones. Harmer down the wing. Waits to the middle. Kluchik. That pass and that shot get blocked, and a James Go chance. Turned to the corner by Costello. Or by Costanzo, rather. Costello, meanwhile, on the Windsor bench and not a goaltender. James Go, the bump from Belchez. Greentree on in the offensive zone for Windsor. Ducks back down the left wing boards into the circle. Quick try, and the save made by Shurigan. J.C. Lemieux let that one go. It had some velocity on it. Shurigan didn't see it until the end. He's in the right position to make the stop, and now Walton windshield to windshield with Dimas Yilkin just inside the Spirit line. And a little bit more for Kluche from Jonathan Brown out of Scarsdale, New York. $14 to go here in the second, and I think right now having enough is just the referee, Alex Ross. They'll give out a roughing penalty only to Brown.
Oh.
5 against 4. Power play coming up for the Saginaw Spirit. It'll be their second of the game.
Well, that speaks to the point. I mean, Saginaw might have had that conversation. You know, we probably don't want to see that power play anymore. Let's be very disciplined.
And here we see the first little bit of action on that whistle. Walton and Jilkin, and then Brown comes over to confront Kluche, trying to bring something out of him. And he's brought the Spirit their second IBEW Local 557 power play tonight, but this is Spellacy back the other way. Garden trying to drag that back skate. And the shorthanded opportunity goes by the wayside for the Windsor Spitfires. Garden back in behind his own net. The Spirit did surrender their league-leading 6th shorthanded goal against Flint on Thursday. Stick work there by Stepan Shurigan to fake out Spellacy. It could have been a good try there for Windsor. Barabanov on the drop back from Levi Harper. Dimas Yilkin now speeding into the zone. One more pass for Nikita Klepov. This is Harper. Across for Gervais and then given back. Harper to Klepov. Forcing the issue is Windsor's Walton. Klepov over the top, a saucer pass. It has to be shortened up on by Yilkin, but he spins into the corner to hang on to it. Blows a tire, moves the puck. Barabanov, now Levi Harper. Klepov wants it. He'll go Yilkin in front there, and the tap in for Gervais may have been kicked out by Costanzo. Harper still on this puck. Goal line bumper. Barabanov over the one-time option for Yilkin. Was too far ahead of it. Levi Harper jammed up and down the boards to the corner. This is Yilkin. Harper, near side, one-timer Klepov. That was blocked by Walton. Kept in alive, though, at the line by Harper. Down low, Barabanov. The pass over. Yilkin, one-timer. Great save by Costanzo. 38 on the power play. Barabanov keeps it alive. Harper, near side. Klepov, one-timer, and a stick save by Costanzo. Klepov's got it back. Takes advantage of the room and shoots it just wide, and it rides the boards all the way back out to neutral ice. And Stepan Shurigan lets it go for James Go. Not a lot of time for this second unit. Give the Windsor penalty killers a heap of credit on their second try tonight. Harmer with 10 seconds on the man advantage. Glove down by Sema. On and off the stick of Kluche. Windsor takes it the other direction. Belchez with Greentree joining him. Could be a break there, and that's going to hop over the stick of Greentree. Brown is out of the box. Saginaw 0 for 2 and a big-time collision again. Greentree and Sema. Now Carson Woodall at the blue line. Comes together with Jacob Kluche. Carson Harmer can't hang on to this puck. Hicks back in behind. Now Saginaw's Sema. This is taken by Greentree. Out past Kluche. James Go comes down and takes a hit to make a play. Sema behind the net. In front, Kluche gets a shot off. Either off the stick of Woodall or Costanzo, and Costanzo makes another stop. Kluche spinning. Skate to stick, Glavin holds. Back to Kluche in the circle. Sharp angle try. Save Costanzo. Where's the rebound? It's in front of him somewhere. And Greentree slamming down to the ice. Nick Sema. We may have penalties on both sides. Miroslav Satan gets a bump from Hicks, and still more. We're not done back and behind the now dislodged Windsor goal. Face washes for either side, and some penalties probably as well when we come back. 11:21 left in the second period. It stays 3-1. We're back to Saginaw after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Chris Barrios to create your personal price plan today.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Dow Event Center, 3-1. The lead for Saginaw. And some more mix-ups back in behind as Nick Sema, the takedown by Greentree. We've got offsetting minor penalties right now between Sema and Greentree. And the question is, what is brought up to Nick Sema, who gets tied up in the skates of the linesman there? We've not heard any official word inside the building. The speculation is a potential call here to Sema for maybe embellishment, maybe the extra little bump on J.C. Lemieux. We'll skate at 4-on-4 here either way. The skates of the linesman were a factor in that mix-up. But lots of open ice here either way. 3-1. Saginaw's got the lead. Cross-check to Greentree. This is Klepov taking a shot. It leaks in. They score! Costanzo thought he had it. It trickles over the goal line. And Saginaw has a 4-1 lead on Klepov's second goal of the night.
Well, on that one, 98 Klepov, that's just giving too much room to a guy who can score a lot of goals and just rips it right under the armpit. Gives Saginaw a 3-goal lead.
And Costanzo's got to shift over to look around the screen of Garden at the last second. You can see the extra reaction there. Thought he had it pinned up against the elbow and the ribs. Not to be. Just finds a way through, and Nikita Klepov has his 12th goal this season, and that's going to be the night for Joey Costanzo. Four goals on 19 shots. He comes out with 11:03 to go in this second period. And again, on the day that he was named the OHL's goaltender of the month to start the season, the Spirit will see Michael Newlove here for a second time. He was between the pipes for that shootout win by Saginaw last Sunday. 3 wins on the season for Newlove, and a bit of a difficult situation he's inherited. Stopped 21 of 26 against Saginaw on Sunday. More time at 4-on-4. Zilkin offside. He didn't hear the whistle. They're going to celebrate. That's going to draw a crowd for sure. Gloves are flying. Zilkin put it in. Barabanov going to task on one of the Spitfires, and Zilkin going to town on another. Zilkin's got to be careful as there's a skate up high there. And now we got a goaltender fight at center. Shurigan and Newlove right as he's entered the game.
Look at the hair.
Ross comes in to shut this down. And Shurigan's crossed the red line. I think regardless of what happens here in the next couple of seconds,
let him go.
Shurigan's going to tug at the jersey. That's it. So close. And Newlove's trying to get back after him.
Let him go.
And there is no common language between those two. Shurigan's saying, what do you want me to do? We're going to have to take a couple minutes to sort out all these penalties. Andrew Robinson is in front of the penalty boxes right now, having some words with Nick Sema. We'll see what happens here. 10:50 to go in this segment. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So Newlove's got the gloves and the stick and the helmet off before he's even had to make a save in this game. Man, Joey Costanzo's waiting at the door to the Windsor Spitfire dressing room. Somebody went and got him, and they said, hey, you might want to get out here. As we'll see what happens out of all this. We got a replay. Dima Zilkin. The Spirit were offside. And you can kind of see the confusion of Zilkin. It was loud in this building. The whistle did go.
It was close, too. I mean, it wasn't an obvious offside.
And again, we're never going to know for sure if Zilkin knew and didn't care or didn't know that the whistle had gone. And then all of a sudden, they're going. Shurigan and New Love were almost going. That's the best we got. It was a quick little tug of the jersey there. And we're going to have a whole lot of ink on the penalty sheet right now, as Matt Bowlby and Alex Ross have a lot to sort out. Right now, Nick Seaman, Dima Zilkin are in the box for the Spirit. Liam Greentree and one of the other Spitfires, I believe it's Andrew Robinson. As there you see Shurigan, just a little point of the goal stick. You want it? Let's try. And a situation that we have not seen here, at least in a long time, not my time here. Walsh, any goaltender scraps back in your day?
Yeah, I want to say we've seen one. Pasquale, gosh, you have to dig it up, but I know he fought a Windsor goaltender way back in the day. But wow, what I'm most shocked about is Michael Newlove with a bleached head of hair. I mean, that was a shock to me.
Right now, these are, again, in addition to what's on the board right now for Nick Seaman and Liam Greentree. And anything else that happened down to our right during that pileup, our attention was pulled back to center ice and the near goaltender fight. So you imagine that Newlove and Shurigan will pick up roughing penalties, maybe a little bit more. Again, does Shurigan crossing the center red line factor into it? There were already going to be penalties to Zilkin and whoever went after him. We'll give you another look at the what kind of sparked the powder keg here, as we'll be raining penalties down for the next couple of hours. The playoff side, Zilkin, you see the confusion and just kind of the acceptance when he realized what had happened as Woodall comes over to him. And again, just a little bump there. Was close. And again, we don't have the audio for you on the replay. Dima Zilkin being escorted back to the Spirit dressing room right now. Barabanov too. Riley Brass trying to tell him maybe they're done for the next little bit. We saw Zilkin on Thursday night, 2-5 and a 10 for a fight in the Instigator against Luca Graziano. So Zilkin goes back to the dressing room. So does Barabanov. Well, for how long? Because that's quite a few points. 37 points back in the dressing room right now for the Saginaw Spirit between those two players.
Well, obviously infuriating for New Love. I mean, cold goalie coming into the game, and that's the first attempt he sees. You know, that's after the whistle. That's what got everything going.
And Barabanov had been in the midst of a couple of scrums prior to this that we just saw go down to our right. 10:50 left in the second period. Oh, we're getting some audio here for you. Again, it was close as Zilkin came over the line. So the Spirit have picked up the extra penalty out of all this. 4 against 3 in favor of the Windsor Spitfires. And they've got it up as 17 on the board at center. Should probably be 71 as he's back in the dressing room. So the Spitfires to the power play. After all that, Woodall and Belchez. Back and forth and a pass down low, swept in front looking for Nesbitt. Comes out the other way and Gervais will clear. Third Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill for Saginaw here in this game, up 4-1. Belchez back in behind. Out the other way, Woodall at the point. Belchez the one-time option. Woodall's going to hang on to it. Now Belchez has it. Back between the dots, drops it off. Woodall with room. Sweeps it over. Lemieux. From the circle, then Woodall again. Josh Glavin reaching. Belchez, the shot, he scores. It's a power play goal for Ethan Belchez. 13th goal of the year. 4th on the power play. And the Spitfires cut the deficit in half It's 4-2.
No mistake there, Belchez. Carson Woodall kind of talked all the Spirit defensemen over, and Ethan Belchez, top of the circles, finds his mark.
Well, Ethan Belchez ties Jordan Sharon for the OHL goal scoring lead at 13 on that marker. And again, we talked about he was maybe the best player in a Windsor uniform in that game on Sunday. 2 goals and a helper for 3 points. And there's another conference right now between officials with 1:16 left on this power play for the Spitfires. As we get a review for maybe contact in front. I don't believe the puck came too close to the blue line. Well, right now we've got more. Matt Bolby and Alex Ross. Maybe the iPad will come out. We'll see, was there anything in front of the goaltender, Shurigan? Nesbitt's in the blue crease. I don't think he came even remotely close to touching the Spirit netminder. No, nothing there. I don't know if that puck came out. Maybe the zone entry could be the challenge right now. I think we are just as much in the dark as most other people in the building right now. As the officials go over to talk to Windsor head coach Greg Walters. Here is that zone entry. Did Belchez get in ahead of the play? It is close. 10:05 left in the second period, and we would imagine that this is what the question is right now. It is close. Belchez still has that left skate on the blue line, probably right when that puck comes over. Would be 1:16 left on the power play if the goal comes back. Skate still on the line, puck's in the zone. Because that right skate of Belchez is in the air, the skate that is in the offensive zone, because it's still in the air and he's got his left skate on the blue line, he is still not in the zone yet technically. I think this will stand.
Yeah, I don't see anything there that would determine that to be offside.
It is close. And if this is not what the holdup is right now, we're going to feel a little foolish up here, but there was no contact with the goaltender, Stepan Shurigan. Really nothing else to write home about. I'm not sure what the deal is right now.
You see Brass there with the puck in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
Does he know?
Well, it is a long conference right now between Spitfires head coach Greg Walters and Matt Bolby. And at this point, you would expect that we might just see a challenge. 10:05 left. And we are getting word that there's potentially been a player on the ice that should have been in the penalty box.
Whoa.
Trying to determine who exactly it should have been. There was a player on the ice that should have been in the penalty box.
That's the first.
That's why the goal's coming back. And it was Carson Woodall. As he goes back, Woodall goes back to the Windsor dressing room right now. Because he was involved in that scrum. How in the world does that happen?
Never seen it.
2 and a 10 for Woodall on the initial scrum with Zilkin is the word we're getting up here right now. So the goal comes back. Belchez goes back to 12 goals on the year. The score goes back to 4-2. Anything but the usual on this Saturday night in Saginaw. Belchez trying to get it back. Still time on the power play here for the Spitfires. It's Nesbitt, and a save made by Stepan Shurigan. Nesbitt for Hicks. Spitfires want to get it anyway, and they will. Carter Hicks, a bullet off the goalpost and in. This power play goal is going to count. Hicks makes it 4-2.
Well, I think we're all confused right now, but Carter Hicks, gosh, too much room in the slot, just comes down and puts a good post in. Dino on the board. Yeah, no time for Shurigan to react to that one.
9:43 left in the second period. After all that, we do have a goal that's going to stand on the board. There are going to be a few things that we'll look at during the intermission. The history of goaltender fights here in Saginaw. What exactly was the trouble getting Carson Woodall into the penalty box? Is there a full moon tonight? There's a lot to look into during the intermission, but we still got a lot of hockey between now and then as well. We got a 4-2 game. Sema and Greentree will be out of the penalty boxes in a minute. Walton down the left wing and into the offensive zone for the Spitfires. Closed off by Bartz. Puck comes around to the far side. Jones there for Sema. Back up through neutral ice. Sema bouncing puck. Hit by Wyatt Kennedy. Greentree comes over. The Windsor captain looking to pull his team back into this game. He's got the puck up the garden. Surrounded by Klepov and Jones. Greentree on this puck. Cuts to the middle. Gets a shot off and goes wide. At the point, Walton. Point shot. Gets through traffic and a pad save made by Stepan Shurigan. Carson Harmer darts out of the way of an AJ Spellacy hit and clears the puck. Greentree at the red line. Spitfires come back in 3 against 2. Throws it over, and that pass intended for Caden Harvey. Bounces off the wall. Greentree still reaching after a turning puck. Up to the point. This is Brown, near side. Carter Hicks through traffic. High past the glove hand side of Shurigan. Caden Harvey on the far boards. This one backing off the end boards. Greentree spinning towards the middle. Finds Brown. Point shot into the glass. Rebound comes off. Exulta McKeish can't settle it down. So this is Brody Popoy, and a poke check by Hicks will stall the Spirit breakout. McKeish cross ice. Stumbling Belchez. Saginaw's Gervais just gets this back down. Belchez might have gotten tagged with a stick up high there. Spirit might have gotten away with 2 men on the ice there for a second. As Harmer was trying to dive back into the Spirit bench. Brown up the far wall. Cross ice pass. Bounces off the wall too far ahead of Belchez. Shurian's got to make a play. Belchez trying to chop it away. Now it's Windsor's turn to get a line change, and Kennedy passes this puck back on for Carter Hicks. Lemieux for Belchez. Down the left side, trying to cut towards the middle. Levi Harper. There for Miroslav Shatan. Nesbitt closes him off. Puck now on the stick of Kennedy. This is Hicks. Up for Belchez. Spinning and handcuffed there by Levi Harper. He does what he can, and Valeris closes off Windsor's Lemieux. Luce leads the Spirit counterattack with Harper and Storch. Broken puck. Here comes Storch right between the dots, looking for the backhander. He couldn't find Harper. And out the other way it comes. Here's Nesbitt. Back up for Windsor. Runs right over and lands on top of James Go. Levi Harper there for Jacob Kluche as Storch tries to head north. Kluche put that right back onto the tape of Nesbitt. James Go bounces that one off the wall too far ahead of Carson Harmer. Long shot back in is wide of Stepan Shurigan. Walton back underneath. 6.5 to go in a curious second period here from the Dow Event Center. Carson Harmer tries to put this one off the wall. Lepov's got to touch up if he wants any chance at this puck. Now back in deep it goes. And the bouncer back into Windsor Real Estate, still waiting for the news of what happened to Barabanov and Zhilkin. Here comes Garden, and a blocker save made by Stepan Shurigan. Will we see those two players coming up in the third period? Nick Sema pushing this puck back in. This is Miroslav Shatan laying a hit, and the Spitfires clear. No icing here. Josh Glavin cut off by Greentree. Here's an opportunity. Greentree spinning in the corner, down to the goal line. Rising shot, that goes off the goalpost. Right next to the head of Stepan Shurigan. Centering pass is off the skate of Glavin. Can't be fielded at the line by Kennedy. Greentree may have taken a stick up high by Bart on his way back to the blue line. Throws it back in, and this is Glavin, who has Harvey on him. Greentree off the boards. Dealing with Shatan and Gervais right now as this puck back down below the Spirit goal line. March up for Nick Sema. Out of the box with 2 goals on the game. He's hit by Lemieux. Michael Newlove getting a couple more touches on this puck. Belchez cut off by Carson Harmer Michael Newlove has still not registered a save. The Spirit haven't registered a shot on goal in his tenure. There's another change for Saginaw here. We'll see Windsor back into the offensive end, and a stick save by Shurian off the stick of McKeish. That shot is Belches. Will send it back around. Lepov with 4.5 to go in the second period. Klute trying to drive low on Belches. Runs out of room, but does get a shot off, and a save made by Newlove. As he is into the game, although he was probably into the game when he was staring down Stepan Shurian at center. We get a break. 4:31 to go. Second period. 4-2 Spirit. We are back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Midland. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see how you can get it all at Garber Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. See all our inventory online at garbermidland.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center here. Second period action. 4-2 Saginaw's got the lead. If you're just with us, a power play goal by the Windsor Spitfires off the stick of Carter Hicks after a power play goal from Ethan Belches came back. Because Carson Woodall picked up a 2 and a 10, should have been in the dressing room or at least in the box. He was on the ice when the goal was scored. That's why it was called back. The Spitfires do not incur any extra penalties because of that. There was a mistake on the official's part, not putting him in the box, and so everything's all square right now. Not like they haven't had a lot to deal with in this game as Nesbitt spins this one into the circle. And again, we'll try to break that down as a one-time chance, as a broken stick for Walton. We'll try to break that down coming up in the intermission. We'll also talk with Spirit goaltender Caleb Papineau as his goaltending partner Stepan Shurian makes a glove stop, and this puck comes back into the neutral zone. Game stacked down the wall for Harvey. Levi Harper there with Xander Valeris. Guard and spins, tries to protect the puck from the Saginaw defenseman. Carson Harmer in fishing for that as well. So that brings down Costello. And now 3 against 3, and none of the 6 can move this puck. Now they do. Brown steps in. That goes off a body wide. Broken stick of Walton is still in the play right now. This puck will be backhanded out by Xander Valeris. And we get an icing here with 3:19 in this second period. High event hockey, 4-2 Saginaw. Does anybody benefit from all this chaos besides the viewer? Does anybody on either side benefit?
You learn something new every day. I've never seen something like that happen. And, gosh, would love to find out really what happened there. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Just inside the line, Xander Valeris has his pocket picked by Belches, and a poke back in. Here comes Belches. Trying to get a shot off. He was handcuffed by Harper. Shurigan still had to make a save with a stick. Greentree trying to run through Carson Harmer. Lepov off the boards. He'll skate this puck back out the center himself and shoot it back in for a line change. Luce sweeps it wide. Belches there for Windsor. Bit of a bump from Miroslav Shatan. Carter Hicks now the goal scorer to make things 4-2. Just inside the line and back up through center. This is Wyatt Kennedy. Cut off. Gets the puck back in the circle. Trying to go back door. Glavin and Lemieux were tied up in front. So this is Belches off the boards, or Greentree rather. Belches is battling in front. The Windsor captain Greentree has this puck. Trying to dance into the slot. Now a chance for Belches. Got turned around. James Go's body was in the way. Belches from the goal line up high. This is Hicks. Point shot blocked by Sema, trying to steal. 2 goals already for Sema. He's running out of room against Newlove. Takes a shot. He scores! The hat trick for Sema. Makes it 5-2 Spirit.
92, Nick Sema with a huge shot block and just goes up ice with a lot of speed. He finds a way through the goalie there, but just an all-out effort play from an effort player.
Well, and this is a kid that could have had 3 or 4 in the first period alone, doing a lot of things right in this game. And Nick Sema gets rewarded, second career hat trick, as he puts that one up and off the body of New Love on the glove hand side. And Saginaw's open up again, a 3-goal advantage in this game. Sema's last hat trick, October the 22nd of 2023 against the London Knights in this building. So a favorable time of year, late October, early November, when it comes to goal scoring for Nick Sema. And he's got the Spirit firmly in front here in this second period, 2:11 to go. As they get the hats cleaned up again. We had no hat tricks for the Spirit this season, then all of a sudden 4 of them in the last 5 games, 3 of them in the last 5 games. Kluche had one against Owen Sound, Zilkin the next night against Windsor. Nothing to write home about on Thursday against Flint, and this one, of course, Nick Sema. Second career hat trick makes it 5-2. Carson Harmer off the boards. Back out to center. Beck-Sultan McKeish on it here for the Spitfires. Pushed wide. Shurigan turned around. And this is floated back out by James Go. What's waiting for us here in the final 2 minutes of the second? There's Brown up the far boards. On and off the tape of Nathan Gaines. Brown gets it back. Handcuffed by Jacob Kluche. Bodies come together in the far wall. James Go. Up for Josh Glavin. Kluche is wrapped up here by Brown. Puck finally comes loose off some skates. Klepov has room into the circle. Can't get a shot away. He was tied up there by Walton and Beck-Sultan McKeish too. Garden at center. Over the offensive blue line. Drops for Harvey. Lots of room. Stick check there by Nick Sema. Harvey pulling Spirit. Players with him. A shot that gets through. Spellacy waving at it. The save is made by the goaltender Shurigan. Miroslav Shatan now carts this puck into the offensive end and dumps it in on the backhand. Shatan against Kennedy. Big time collision. Loose puck in front. Taken by Windsor's Hicks. This one back up. It's AJ Spellacy. Crosses center red. Marks the shoulder. This one taken. Jones takes a check. 40 seconds left in period 2. Garden forced a turnover. Braden Jones calmly backhands it around for Hayden Barch. Hit from Spellacy. Gervais off the wall. Pass towards the middle, cut off by Greentree. He's got a step 2-on-1 with Belches. Greentree shoots, and a great save by Shurigan. 2 big-time stops for the Spirit netminder on the Windsor captain here in this game. One on a breakaway, and that one there with the blocker. Belches has it. Dying seconds. Windsor not done. Belches from the corner, watched by Gervais. Up at the point, one more try. Hicks the shot, blocked by Miroslav Shatan. And will the whistle and horn be observed here? I think they will. 5-2 heading into the second intermission. A 13-8 shot advantage for the visitors in that period, 27-21 to this point in the game. Klepov, Hicks, and Sema, the goal scorers. Sema gets the hat trick. There's a lot to figure out here in the intermission. We'll take a break. When we come back, Caleb Papineau's had quite the view of this hockey game. We're going to sit down with the Spirit backup goaltender coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
Too many people end up in the retirement penalty box, paying more in taxes, missing out on healthcare options, or skating without a plan. At McIntosh and Associates, we help keep your game sharp with clear, personalized retirement strategies. Let's build a plan that works in every period of life. Call 989-692-2200 or visit wealthmichigan.com. McIntosh and Associates. Retirement made clear.
Enjoy the spirit of Frankenmuth and score big with your kids at the indoor water parks. The puck stops here in Funtown, where fan favorites include chicken and Christmas, but there's really so much more. Arcades, breweries, carriage rides, shopping, and pretzel rolling. Frankenmuth, where we leave the icing to the dessert. 800 Funtown. No matter how cold it is outside or in the hockey rink, there's loads of indoor fun waiting just down the road in Frankenmuth.
The Ramsey Show. The problem is the stupid banks will loan you so much money that they put you in bankruptcy because they don't have an off button. They'll just loan you money. You know, you can go get a credit card, you can go on a trip you can't afford, you can go down there and get a car. You know, there's actually people out there walking around that still think that if the bank will loan it to you, it means you can pay it. The same people that think if you have checks left in your checkbook, there must be money in the account.
The Ramsey Show, weeknights at 9 on WSGW. Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Rivalry. And there were a lot of things that we were going to talk to Caleb Papineau about, but the schedule is going to have to change a little bit. Caleb Papineau does join us down at ice level. Caleb, we'll start with some tense moments in the second period. What was going through your head when your goaltending partner was out at center ice without his gloves on?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned. I mean, I thought I was going to have to go in, but I didn't really know the rules on dropping your gloves or anything, but it was definitely something I've never seen before. So, well,
I'll be honest with you, behind the scenes, we're still looking those up right now to make sure we deliver that message as well. But for yourself, it was a favorable game against the Windsor Spitfires last week, and that was originally what we were going to talk to you about. 18 saves, your first bit of action in a while. Just walk me through that process, the mental preparation to get back in. At that point, you guys had won 2 games on the weekend so far. What was the mindset for yourself going into that game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a little bit since I got in the cage, but same. Nothing really changes. I mean, I played some games last year, so kind of like preparation just stays the same. I mean, you kind of stay dialed in, listen to your music, do some hand-eye. Nothing really changes, but I was definitely pretty pumped that we got that win there.
And always got to ask about the dynamic between goaltenders. It was you and Andrew Oak last year. You had a common language. It's not the situation this year with Stepan Shurigan. How do you guys communicate, and what's kind of the dynamic between you guys?
Yeah, sometimes we communicate off Google Translate, but it's definitely a little harder communicating with them, especially for our goalie coach too. Like, it can get tough at times, but you kind of use your hands a little bit. You kind of show them, and you try to teach them a little bit and try to get them, comfortable with everyone.
Well, you and I have pretty good seats to this game. Yours is a little bit better than mine because we're both on the red line. You're right at center ice, or you're right down at ice level. How fast has this game been, and what do you expect coming out here for period 3?
Yeah, it's been fast. It definitely feels like a playoff game in here. It's a fast-paced hockey game. So, I mean, the boys just got to keep going here. We got to play well down low. They do grind down low, so I think that we got to play a hard 20 minutes, and I think, we should get some good results.
Caleb, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us. Maybe keep your glove and blocker a little bit closer tonight than you normally would. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
That's Spirit goaltender Caleb Papineau, no stranger to the Windsor Spitfires. We'll see just how much action he's going to see in this game. We'll take a break. It's 5-2 right now, Saginaw and Windsor. We'll come back, and we'll take you through an exciting second period. Highlights, analysis. We'll bring Brad Walsh back in. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
You're looking for a better price on a better car, so dare to be different. Get to Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw, the only Hyundai dealer in the Great Lakes Bay region. See why Hyundai is so much better. Garber's certified factory-trained technicians, knowledgeable parts staff, and dedicated sales team will keep you coming back to Garber Hyundai. You really do get it all at Garber. Dare to be different. Choose better at Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw. Online, garberhyundai.com. Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
Windsor Spitfires. Nikita Klepov got things started out. They entered this period a 3-1 score, and things really got interesting. Dima Zhilkin unsure or unaware of the whistle that had gone. That brings a scrap. This was the biggest portion or the biggest part of the second period. 2s and 10s would be handed out, an almost goalie fight at center ice that actually, as far as the official scoring book is concerned, may have gone unpunished between those two. No, a couple of leaving the crease minors. But in addition to that, Carson Woodall was assigned a 2 and a 10. After the fact, the Windsor Spitfires, you'll see Woodall on the ice, feeds the puck to Belchez. They thought it was a power play goal to make it 4-2. There'd be a conference. The officials would realize that Woodall should have been either in the box or back in the dressing room with the 2 and the 10. There goes Woodall. He gets sent off. The goal comes off the board, and the Windsor Spitfires would make it. We're a little out of sync here. This was the Klepov goal back to make it 4-1. But Carter Hicks, 58 in red for the Windsor Spitfires, would get that power play goal right back after the fact. That's where we're at right now. Woodall leaves the ice. Hicks rips home a power play goal. That makes it 4-2, and the Spitfires feeling good in a confusing second period. But Nick Sema charging back up the ice. He'd be Saginaw's hero in that middle frame. Completes his second career hat trick in the Ontario Hockey League in the final 2 and some change of that second period. And that is where we're at right now. Your intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. Windsor, they've been given an extra shot here, 14-8 in that second frame, 27-21 in the game in total. And, well, the specialty teams have factored into this game. We'll bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. Well, we said we'd make some sense of this. I'm not sure entirely how. Entertaining for sure, and the goaltenders making some strong saves. Brad, you've been in some exciting hockey games in your career. Where does this rank?
This has got to be up there. I mean, that's a lot going on, especially, who's at fault there that Woodall, sneaks back on the ice. Was he aware? Was he not aware? Where's the blame go? And I guess they handled it appropriately, and it's just a wild hockey game.
Well, the other thing to note is that after it was established that Woodall should not have been on the ice with the 2 and the 10, he was not given any additional penalties after that. So that's how that all shakes out. Everything else that happened, the Zhilkin penalty, Barabanov, the goaltenders, it all offset. And again, once we get another second to catch our breath here, we'll try to tab that all up for you. But the biggest thing for Saginaw is through all that emotion, the Spitfires do eventually get that power play goal back. And we'll talk about that Windsor power play goal. But Nick Seaman is able to come back, calm the nerves, and anything that was starting to go sideways on the Spirit side of things, the overage forward comes through and he kind of takes control of this game and says, guys, we're okay at 5-2.
Yeah, and that's a huge moment, too. I mean, you mentioned there were a lot of goals that went to the locker room with those two guys. And for Seema, already having a great night, kind of, put the team on on his shoulders a little bit. And that's what you love to see. I mean, the fans love him. He's always given that effort, and you love to see it pay off with a hattie there.
We haven't seen too many power play opportunities in this game. Again, Saginaw 1 for 2, Windsor 0 for 3 right now, or 1 for 3, I should say, on the goal by Carter Hicks. And you want to talk about power play units that can move the puck around pretty well. It seems like Windsor makes everybody chase. That was what led to the Carter Hicks goal right there. He takes advantage of what's given to him with the traffic in front.
Yeah, they're dangerous, and that's what coach is barking to those guys right now. Get on the power play. We've had success all year. And Saginaw, too, I mean, they had Windsor on their heels. I mean, a decent bit of puck moving on their power play as well. So I think, whoever gets the feet moving and draws some power plays is going to, end up winning this hockey game.
Third goal of the season for Carter Hicks on the power play from a blue line that boasts Carson Woodall and typically Anthony Cristofaro. He's not in this game right now, out with an upper body injury, but the scoring from the back end coming through for the Windsor Spitfires in this game. 5-2 the score. Still some more penalties to go through. We'll update you as we can, but we'll take a break, and we'll use that break to get ready with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, and it comes up after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Kathy Taffel to create your personal price plan today.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Over the Brampton Steelheads in a game that ended earlier today. Jack Pridham, Alexander Pilecki, Christian Humphreys, and Matthew Lachar, the goal scorers for the Kitchener Rangers. Sioux Greyhounds play spoiler to the Oshawa Generals. We touched on that a little bit earlier. Kingston and Peterborough, 5-3 win for the Petes on home ice. Owen Sound does end up picking up the victory over the Sudbury Wolves at 4-3. That game just wrapping up recently. Trenton Bennett, 35 saves on 38 shots. He's the first star in that hockey game. Wesley Royston, newly acquired from the Erie Otters, does pick up his first point in an attack uniform with an assist. Brantford, 6-0 on Flint right now. The Spirit better get ready because they're going to see the Bulldogs this time tomorrow, or a little bit earlier tomorrow. Sam McHugh, his 9th goal of the season. Merrick Van Acker, his 13th. Jake O'Brien, the OHL's Performer of the Month. has found the back of the net as well, his 8th goal of the season. And the Barrie Colts up 3-1 on the Erie Otters. Busy night around the OHL. Busy night here in Saginaw as well. It's 5-2. We'll take a break when we come back. Third period action. 3-goal deficits. They've been erased before. We're back with the third after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Garber Ford is proud to serve Bay City with the same customer service the Great Lakes Bay region has come to expect since 1907. Our Ford team of experts you know and trust are dedicated to making your experience even better. And your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at Garber Ford. Come see us in Bay City at the intersection of Euclid, Wilder, and Better. Online at GarberFordBayCity.com.
At Dow, we believe performance starts long before the whistle blows. It begins in the lab, where science meets sport. From apparel to playing surfaces to gear, we create cutting-edge materials that help drive high performance from lab to stadium. Because in sports, just like in science, every second counts. And every material matters. Dow, at the intersection of sport and science. Learn more at dow.com/sports.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
WSGW is keeping you connected with the Great Lakes Bay region and the world. Tune in to quality local shows. Mihinte on Air, United Shades of Gray, That's What She Said, Generating Gratitude, and Hey, Great Lakes Bay. Saturday mornings until 9 and Sunday afternoons at 4, or anytime on your favorite podcasting app. Great Lakes Bay Connections. Local voices, local stories, local people. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
The lead. There will be reinforcements soon. A busy second period. 14 minutes in minor penalties off of one interaction. 4 10-minute misconducts were handed out. It's a 3-goal game here to start the third period. We start it, shockingly enough, at 5-on-5. Michael Newlove, the Windsor goaltender, is out to play this around. He replaced Joey Costanzo after 4 goals on 19 shots, and that's a chance. That came from a steep angle off the tape of Jacob Pluche. 15 minutes gone, or 15 seconds gone in this third period. The 10-minute misconducts were to Andrew Robinson and Carson Woodall of Windsor. Igor Barabanov and Dima Zhilkin picked up the 10s for Saginaw. Carson Harmer between Nikita Klepov and Jacob Pluche right now. Klepov, a shot right off the draw. Those players all in the penalty boxes right now. They'll be out pretty close to the next available stoppage. This is Spelisi leading the Windsor counterattack, trying to cut on through Valeris. Saginaw raced a 2-goal deficit several times in the most recent meeting between these two teams. Little give and go at the top of the zone, misfired between Pluche and Levi Harper. So this is Xander Valeris back ahead of Spelisi. Put that right onto the tape of Nathan Games. Both of these teams without a young forward in this contest. Saginaw's Ryan Hanrahan with Team White at the U17 World Challenge. John McLaughlin, 2 helpers for Team Canada Red in a 7-5 win pre-tournament action over Czechia last night. Of course, Spirit GM Dave Drinkle, the director of operations for that Team Canada Red. Wyatt Kennedy back in. They are underway with regular tournament action here tonight. As a little trouble for Stepan Shurigan back in behind the Spirit net. Kennedy kicks that puck, bats it out of the air, and keeps it alive. The loose biscuit comes onto the far side. This is Miroslav Shatan. Looking for Sema, cut off by Windsor's Nesbitt. Shatan takes the shoulder but makes the play. Hicks spun around by Sebastian Gervais. Sema hands him the puck near side. Glavin with the shot off the goal post, and it comes back out. They'll take an extra look at that. But that might be heavy metal from Josh Glavin. Another chance for Nick Sema. 3 goals already, and a sharp angle try hit the trailing foot of Newlove that was still in the air. Sema, top of the zone and back across. James Go gets it down into the circle. Sema whack for Kennedy. As this tips back in on Stepan Shurigan. That had some zip on it off the stick of Josh Glavin. As this back into the Windsor end. Everything will be reviewed, but Greentree back into the offensive end for Windsor. Now Lemieux back in and around. Carson Harmer taken away by Greentree. 2.5 gone here in the third period. J.C. Lemieux. Walton, point shot. Up and out of play into the netting. 17-18 to go in the third. And for Josh Glavin, they don't come much closer than that. Off the glove of Newlove. That was the elbow of the post. I think he got goal post and crossbar. In and out. Just a matter of inches between Josh Glavin and his first goal in the Ontario Hockey League.
What a shot, too. I mean, he had Newlove sliding over and put it where it needed to be. Just unfortunately hit the, goalie's best friend there.
4th season here in Saginaw for the Sarnia native Glavin. This rolling puck will go back in. Down for an icing. So maybe a little bit more use in his rookie year than he might have anticipated. 15 games as a call-up player from the Sarnia Legionnaires of the then GOJHL. Got more action due to some injuries and trading away of defenseman Braden Hislop and eventually Pavel Minchikov. This is OHL game number 135 for Josh Glavin. As this puck out of the near side face-off circle. Carson Woodall back in. Again, did not incur anything else for playing after the misconduct, and a shot right on. Stopped by Shurigan. The puck is loose. Ends up in the corner and pulled off here by Barabanov. Out towards center, poked away by Robinson before it can find Klepov. And Barabanov will start out again. Given over. This is Levi Harper down the wing. Games is on him. So is Robinson. Back around past Woodall. Spellacy feels the pressure from Graydon Jones, and a soft chip is out to the neutral zone. Barabanov on the drop-off from Klepov. A little trouble there. He ran into Caden Harvey. Graydon Jones to flip it back in. Saginaw defenseman leading the pressure. This is Carson Woodall. No more stick for Carson Harmer. After that encounter with Nesbitt, Harmer's going to try to get right into it. He was headed back to the bench to either change or get a stick. It was a fortunate path for him. So he's able to break up that zone entry from Nesbitt. He's got the puck, though, back behind Stepan Shurigan. Hicks, now Nesbitt. Hicks again, center point, had the goal that made this a hockey game at 4-2. 5 now after the hat trick marker from Sema, and Hicks sees it back up to the point in Nesbitt. Backhanded off of Hicks, settled down by Graydon Jones, and calmly tapped around for Hayden Bartz. McKish is without a stick. He's going to finish his check. The bouncing puck reeled in here by Hicks. That's Carson Harmer's fallen stick that spins into the zone. Jilkin back on for the first time since the penalties. In with Shatan. Back for Dima Jilkin. Moves and shoots, and a save made by Newlove. Spitfires get it off Glavin. Shatan tries to finish off the check on Harvey. Pass too far ahead of Windsor's Lemieux. And so it goes down for an icing. 15-21 here in this first period. Face off to come all the way back down. No surprises that the second of a more or less back-to-back between these two teams have had the ferocity that it has. Spitfires trying to avoid what would be just their third regulation loss of the season. Still 15-21 to go here. No strangers to finding the back of the net. Here's Gervais to trap it back in front, looking for Popoy. Stick lifted by Wyatt Kennedy. Miroslav Shatan. There for Brody Popoy. Bumped by Kennedy. The puck now to Gervais, the Windsor native, back up high. Levi Harper walks the line. Takes the drop off to Valeris and flicks it back in for Popoy. Shouldered there by Nesbitt. This is Caden Harvey. C-ranked prospect on NHL Central Scouting's potential watch list. As this goes back around, Ethan Belchez. A top 5, potentially. Back up Brown and then down low. And Shurigan there to play it again. Well, Harper was locked up in front. Now a sharp angle deflection there by Lemieux is blocked by the goaltender. Valeris back in behind the net. Outlet pass can't be angled up by Barabanov. Dropped off by Newlove. Walton here with just shy of 6 minutes gone in the third period. Former Sudbury Wolf puts this back in behind. Lavin gets the check. Brown up high. Green Tree spinning in past Saginaw's Barabanov. Top line goes to work again. Belchez pass to the top of the zone was cut off. Jonathan Brown to retrieve. Kennedy tries to find Lemieux with the pass. He's doubled over after that hit by Josh Glavin. Puck comes off the wall. Green Tree stripped by Klepov. Can't poke it past Carson Woodall. Lemieux just now getting back to the Windsor bench. James Go around for Josh Glavin. Sema chopped by Costello. Kennedy there for Woodall. Nikita Klepov breaks that pass up off the boards. Too far for Barabanov. Costello drops it back. Reeled in by Saginaw's Graydon Jones and back in. This will bring up an icing. 13-14 left in the third. Not as much room out here in period 3. 5-2. Saginaw's got the lead thanks to that man, Nick Sema. Second career hat trick to give the Spirit a 3-goal lead. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 13-14 left in regulation here. A 5-2 lead for the Saginaw Spirit. Quite a few penalty minutes in this game. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh. And Walsh, as time becomes a factor here, we might see things buckle down a little bit more. Let's not forget, this is a Windsor team that's third in goals this year, coming into this game at 63. If anybody knows how to generate offense, it's the team in red right now.
Yeah, so far Saginaw's done very well jamming up Spitz.
Woodall walks in through traffic, saved by Shurigan, and it bounced as Garden and Josh Glavin are locked up right now. Down to 13:08 here in regulation. Everybody will be sorted out and moved aside. Dima Jilkin comes back on with Jacob Kluche and Carson Harmer again. This has kind of been the go-to line for Chris Lazar in the third period. And line's looking a little bit different with Ryan Hanrahan at U17s. Spitfires have it off the tie-up. Shot tipped again. Carson Woodall is going to keep sending shots into the traffic until one gets through. Costello can't hold that in at the Spirit blue line. Graydon Jones Then Zhilkin. Woodall for Costello. Back up too far ahead of Spellacy. Bart's got to get over. Poked in front. Jones calmly for Saginaw off to Carson Harmon. The bump back. Now this is Zhilkin. Attacks with speed and Kluche. Zhilkin down the wing. Cuts in. Fumbled the puck. Taken away by Spellacy. Garden got to stick in there as well. Barch. Angled back in. Carson Woodall. Then Kennedy. A little bit of a jam up in front of the benches as both teams complete line changes. Carson Woodall in for Nesbitt. Trying to go wide, and he takes the stick out of the hand of Valeris. Off the backside of the cage, Valeris goes to get it. Nathan Games back up high. Hicks, did he keep it in on the back edge of the line? Yes, he did. Shot into traffic, goes off the outside of the net. Poked at by Harper. This is Liam Storch. Carrying it back out. Closed off by McKish. Hicks for Games. Off the boards, Nesbitt. In pursuit of Saginaw's Harper. Got to make a quick decision here. Puck spills back out in the circle. Greentree drops it back. Games got to get a shot off. Broken play. Right on the doorstep is Nesbitt. He's handcuffed. He had the goaltender beaten. It's somewhere back and behind him. Nobody knows where it is. It's underneath the goaltender. Maybe still loose under the defenseman. Shurigan's got to get back. He's without a stick. Here comes Hicks. Over. Robinson shoots, and it's high. Wide. Back in front. Between the legs of the goaltender. Then back in behind the net. It went 5-hole from behind on Shurigan to come back out from below the goal line. Spirit are not out of the woods yet. Past the lost goal stick and under some bodies as well. Play continues. Shatan kicks at it. Kept alive by Greentree, stolen by Valeris. He snapped it back into the skates. This is Gervais. Valeris is trying to pin it here. They got to move it, and finally at the far side they go. Robinson back down to Greentree. Nesbitt sneaks off the change. Greentree pass disrupted, but it gets through to Hicks and stays in. And a save made by Shurigan. Still doesn't have his stick. He kicks it out of play.
Chaos in the offensive zone for Windsor, and somehow Shurigan keeps the puck out of the net, and there was several grade A opportunities for Windsor to put that in the back of the net.
Nesbitt right here thought he was going to bank it off the skate of the netminder. Does go off the right skate, lays down behind him, and it's still loose somewhere. It was under the back of the goaltender. Valeris, just a little nudge there. Got to be sure not to put the hand on the puck if he was still in the blue paint. And then after all that, the shot wide, back through the wicket to the goaltender and out the other side. Belchez battling, but it's picked up by Saginaw's Klepov. Long shoot in and a save by Newlove and Greentree. A couple of bumps for Klepov. 10.5 to go and a little bit more. More conversation between Walton and Klepov. He's been all over the ice tonight for Saginaw. Another 3-point night for the potential first-round pick coming up in the spring. And Nick Sema acting as the center again. This will be his 7th face-off taken in this game. Been a difficult night for the Spirit in the circle altogether. Windsor the slight advantage on the draws, as this is back for Woodall. In the neutral zone, Sema. Short tap off the boards, drilled by Greentree, and a penalty's coming. Interference the call. Greentree got Sema right on the button. And Sema, some words for the Windsor captain. Greentree, some words for Alex Ross, but he'll sit down. And Saginaw to an IBEW local 5-5-7 power play here in the third period. And just a high shoulder. As Sema not yet picked up that puck. He was really not particularly close to picking up the puck. Just a 2-minute minor here in a close hockey game. Saginaw to their third IBEW local 5-5-7 power play on the night on the interference call. Levi Harper back underneath. Gervais for Barabanov. Puck out of the corner. Gervais and Zhilkin mining out. Barabanov up high. Klepov can't keep it in front of him. We'll get it back here from Barabanov. Floating puck knocked out of the air by Levi Harper. Spellacy right in his grill. Comes back out to Barabanov at center. Halfway through the third period. Dima Zhilkin down the wing. The drop back is Barabanov. Gervais for Harper. Shot into traffic, tipped by Spellacy. Klepov knocked down. Zhilkin, the backhander's blocked. This is Connor Walton to clear the zone here for Windsor. 40 seconds gone on their penalty kill. Harper for Barabanov. Nesbitt's lost his stick behind the play. He's got to scurry back. So right now this is a 5-against-3 for a moment. Fortunate bounce for Windsor. As Nesbitt gets a stick, the Spirit were shut down at the line. Nesbitt puts Zhilkin into the boards. Gervais spins off. Harper, Klepov looking for the trick. This one goes high into the glass. Bodies along the boards. Nobody can come away with it. Zhilkin and Nesbitt doing most of the battling there. And this is Belchez now. Shorthanded for the Spitfires. Carson Woodall down the wing, creeping in against Levi Harper. The stick of Nesbitt is still a factor in this play. Pulled out by Woodall as Lemieux tried to get loose in front. Off the wall, Gervais locked up. Pulled out by Belchez. Still a chance here. Shot in front, stopped by Shurigan. And Lemieux maybe caught something up high from Harper. Down on the ice he goes and quickly pops back up. 8:48 to go. It's 8:46 in the third period.
Well, the clock's ticking here in the third period, but Ethan Belchez and Carson Woodall still creating chances for Windsor. They're not going to go away quietly.
Belchez 5 shots in the game. Woodall has 3. Woodall's got a goal. Belchez had one that was waved off. Spellacy against Harmer with 23 seconds on the Green Tree penalty. And Walton can't keep it in. It'll be quickly fired in, pawed down, and moved by Shurigan. 33 saves on the night for the Spirit netminder out of Samara, Russia. Walton back around off the skate. This one picked up by Kluche, darts towards the middle. Penalty time is almost up. Kluche knows it and sends it back down low, and now it pulls out in front, almost looking there for Sema. Back Sultan to Kish. Up there, can get back almost Spellacy. Carson Harmer here for the Spirit, just gets to center end and finds Sema. 3 goals already, looks for a 4th, and a save made by Newlove. Saginaw 0 for 3 on the power play. Spellacy, shouldered by Graydon Jones. Green Tree off the bad angle. Trying to catch Shurigan with trouble getting back to his goal post, and Spellacy runs right through Graydon Jones on the doorstep. Play comes to a halt. 7:57 left in this third period. And a D-zone faceoff will come at 5-on-5 as Graydon Jones tries to collect himself.
Hello.
Puck out of play. Jones got to stay on his toes as we talked about the physical presence of AJ Spellacy.
Just a hard-nosed, old-school hockey player, number 8 is.
Nesbitt to take this draw against Gervais. The Spirit overager wins that. So it's cleared back out off the glass. Carter Hicks sweeping over Lemieux. Sent back under behind Shurigan again. Lavin met by Belchez. Gervais. James Go. Shouldered by Lemieux. Gervais trying to get out of danger. Takes a hit there from Nesbitt. Miroslav Shatan ran out of room. There's puck back out at center with 7.5 to go in this third period. 3-goal deficit. Could see a goaltender pull within the next 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how the Windsor Spitfires are feeling. They've gotten some good chances here in this third period as the puck bounces back in behind Shurigan's net. They have the 8-5 shot advantage in the third. As Kennedy closes off the hit on Gervais, Saginaw clears the puck. Line change for all 5 Spirit skaters. As Green Tree cuts across. Cut off there by Nick Sema. Barabanov has a minute to make a decision here. As Garden comes over and tries to run him off the puck. Kennedy tied up by Klepov. Green Tree, cross ice is intercepted by Sema. Settles it down, gets in over the line, and forced off by Spellacy. Klepov steals from Woodall, put it back in front. Sema shoots, a great save by Newlove as it's in the trapper. 6:37 to go in the third. Finest save of the night for Michael Newlove. As Nick Sema looking for 4, he'll stay at 3 right now.
Yeah, top of the crease. He comes out and takes away the angle. But Nick goes to number 4.
Sema's been everywhere here for Saginaw. Good read by Klepov. Predicted Woodall sending that puck around. Doesn't really pressure the Windsor defenseman. Klepov anticipated, picked that pass off, and it was a good scoring chance for Sema. And like you said, Michael Newlove, 6'2", comes out to make himself a little bit bigger at the edge of the goal crease. And a glove save on Nick Sema. 7 shots on goal in this game, 5 of them of the high danger variety, and of course 3 have found the twine behind the goal line. 6.5 left in regulation. A bouncer back behind the Spirit net, turned over. Nesbitt underneath, looking for Games. He's handed out there by Valeris. Round a shot. Blocker saved by Shurigan on a quick developing play. Taken by Saginaw's Klepov. Sema stumbles. Puck comes back. The Spitfires have to touch up. And there is a spring and Nikita Klepov step here in this game as well, as Nick Sema angles that back in. Freshly minted OHL Rookie of the Month for October. As Belchez tries to get past Dima Zhilkin. Belchez without a stick now. Barch. A little flip there. How about that? Green tree to Belchez out of midair. That was impressive. 5:44 here in the third period. 5-2 game. We take one more break. We'll finish up the third. Back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're ready for checking that earns interest and gives you perks, Merc Perks Plus from Mercantile Bank is here. With a competitive interest rate and perks like travel services, cashback rewards, and identity protection, Merc Perks Plus has everything you need for your busy lifestyle. Merc Perks Plus also offers discounts on consumer loans and access to almost 40,000 fee-free MoneyPass ATMs. So when you're ready for perks, Merc is here. Learn more at mercbank.com/mercperksplus. Member FDIC.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, a 5-2 lead for the Saginaw Spirit. The Windsor Spitfires trying to mount their comeback right here, as they've got some time to sort it out. Try to find a more interesting play for you. One of the more interesting plays in the game. Looks like Jack Nesbitt without a stick prior to that break, and Liam Greentree a little scoop out of the air to flip it back to him. I think Brad Marchand and David Pasternak did that at some point. I know Austin Matthews has done it. And the net is empty for the Windsor Spitfires. Inside 6 to go in the third. They need 3 goals. Third most goals in the Ontario Hockey League coming into tonight's game. Greentree puts it in front, trying to find Spellacy. No surprise we see 8 in front. Sharp angle try. 2 saves by Shurigan. First Belchez, then Nesbitt. This is Lemieux. Back for Woodall. Point shot tipped on the way through. What a save by Shurigan. And the second chance never got to the net. Greentree. Down the right side, forced by Cloutier. Woodall has to track it back out to center. I think a right pad save by Shurigan. And the rebound couldn't be connected on. We'll take a look when we can. Back out of the corner, Belchez. Inside 5 to go. Woodall flipped in front. Zhilkin got it back off of James Go. Cloutier looking for the empty net, and he scores from center. Jacob Cloutier's 6th of the season will make it 6-2, and the Spirit have a little bit of room to breathe here with 4:50 left in regulation.
Klutch, 4-2, puts the Spirit up 6-2. I mean, that's a big win for Saginaw. I mean, I know it's not over, but wow. I mean, really shut Windsor down this third period, staying between them and the net, and fun way to pull this one out.
And that is the opportunity right before the empty net goal. Shurigan makes one save. I think the second opportunity on the doorstep goes off the outside of the goalpost. In a game of inches, I know it was a 3-goal game. Now it's 4 at 6-2, but that could have changed the momentum considerably. Instead, Cloutier back on the score sheet with his 6th goal of the year. This one into an empty net. Levi Harper moving that one back up for Miroslav Shatan. And in the last week or so, we've kind of seen two different versions of the Saginaw Spirit. As we got a delayed penalty here, Gervais gets hauled down by Games. The version of this Spirit team that won 3 in a row is the one that we're looking at tonight, as Games is trying to go after Levi Harper right now. He knows he's already getting one penalty. Figures he might as well get his money's worth. As Games will sit down, he's picked up a holding call. So an academic opportunity here for Saginaw's power play. Up 6-2. And again, these two teams will do battle 2 more times this month. 6 more times this season. And yes, they are a home-and-home series November 21st and 22nd. So tensions will be nice and high for it. Saginaw's 4th chance of the game on the IBEW Local 557 power play. They are 0 for 3 right now, and Spellacy leaps back into the offensive end shorthanded, tries to take a piece out of Levi Harper. Zhilkin back in. Top unit stays out here for the Saginaw Spirit. Harper for Barabanov, cross-corner dump in. And the Spitfires do clear. And as they do already have a power play goal in this game, Windsor does on the Carter Hicks marker. Power play goals in 14 out of 17 to start the year here for the Windsor Spitfires. Barabanov for Harper into the skates of Gervais. 3.5 to go as Dima Zhilkin's back behind the net, wrapped up. Gervais at the hash mark. Nice pass, finds Harper, catches a rut. That'll be stolen. J.C. Lemieux on a shorthanded breakaway here late in the third against Shurigan, who makes the save with the stick, and the rebound chance flipped in front. Stepan Shurigan's single-game career high in the OHL is 40 saves, and that was just last weekend. Sits at 38 right now. He's going to have to make another one. Shorthanded breakaway for Belchez, and Shurigan is there with the glove.
He made that save, and he stared him down, too. That's not the first breakaway Belchez has had, and feeling himself.
Shurigan trying to predict the 5-hole move on Lemieux, and then Belchez. Typically, we show you a couple of breakaways like that. There's a little bit more time in between them. Spitfires trying to take advantage, and Stepan Shurigan, you said it. Feeling the puck right now. 39 stops here with just inside 3 minutes to go. Belchez steps into that one, trying to get his back. Up over the glass and behind the Spirit net. Lemieux for Woodall, bouncing puck. Watched by Cloutier. Less than 30 seconds remain on this Spirit power play. Graydon Jones back up at 3-on-2 into the offensive end. The drop pass, Harmer, maybe one more over. Cloutier trying to go against the grain, and it's out the other way. Stepan Shurigan out to challenge Belchez again. There you saw that little step to the top of the blue crease. James Go for Nick Sema. In for Graydon Jones and back in. Closed off by Kennedy. This puck pumped up the near side. It takes a bounce off the stanchion. Games in a foot race with James Go out of the box. And a turning puck ends up in the corner. Spellacy, power move to the net. Gets hit into his netminder by Nick Sema. Carson Harmer sees this taken away by Garden. Inside 2 to go. Spellacy takes it to the net, and he scores. AJ Spellacy lowers the shoulder, goes around everybody, and puts that one through Stepan Shurigan. It'll make it a 6-3 game. And the Windsor Spitfires have a little bit here at the end. 1:47 left in period 3. Just a few times too many here for Saginaw, letting Windsor carve into the offensive zone.
Yeah, it's been obvious, how fast he is. He was flying up the wall, and eventually you knew he was going to get something out of it. 6-3.
Second goal of the season for AJ Spellacy. Shatan back and behind the net. Off the near side. Liam Storch looking to maybe get one back for Saginaw. Here's Brody Popoy. 90 seconds left. He'll spin out and take out Andrew Robinson as well. Costello. Stick up high on Storch. Sultan McKeish back in for Stepan Shurigan. March for Josh Glavin. This one pumped back in. Robinson to take it back in behind Newlove's net. Back up through neutral ice. Saginaw. Again, the difficult weekend rolls on. 5:30 puck drop against the Brantford Bulldogs tomorrow. And a shot right into the glove by Shurigan. He'll have to be sharp, just like he was there as he shuts down Walton. High danger chances here late in this game for the Spirit netminder, who has now tied his single game high of 40 stops with that one.
Huge save. He comes out. I mean, that shot's coming from bottom of the hash mark.
Well, and you see just the torque on his glove as he's got to make the stop. As Walton lets that one go. Windsor heads back home to the WFCU Center tomorrow to take on the the Flint Firebirds at 4:05. We'll see what we've got here in the final 35 or so seconds. As Lemieux looks for a lane, good head fake to get around Gervais. The battle in front is between Barch, shot goes wide, and Gaines. Carson Harmer up the center. Garden runs into him. We may just see words at the end of this one. Turning puck bounces wide on Shurigan. Outstanding night for him. More collisions. The hat trick for Nick Sema. 3-point night for Nikita Klepov. Delayed penalty is coming. Final 5 seconds as it will be touched by McKeish, and they blow the whistle. Well, 7/10 of a second left here, guys. Hang on. Are they going to let time expire? Or are they going to say that's it? They'll call it right there. 6-3, Saginaw takes the victory over the Windsor Spitfires, just their third regulation loss of the season. And there's the horn. They can celebrate for real. 40 saves for Stepan Shurigan, the hat trick for Nick Sema, multi-point night for Nikita Klepov, and the Saginaw Spirit back in the win column on home ice for the third time this season. Gruesome atmosphere between these two teams. We benefit. We get to see 6 more between Saginaw and Windsor. And Stepan Shurigan all smiles and a big hug for his goaltending partner, Caleb Papineau, who we talked to during the second intermission. Saginaw improves to 6-5, 3-2 on the year. And they got some momentum. They'll need it for tomorrow, a matinee against the Brantford Bulldogs. 6-3 the final score. We take a break. Applebee's 3 stars of the game. The remaining schedule here for Saginaw. All that and more. Post-game coverage coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
In hockey, every play counts, and retirement's no different. At McIntosh & Associates, we're your financial line mates, helping you skate through the tough stuff. Taxes, healthcare, income planning, and more. You bring the goals. We'll help set up the assist. Schedule your visit at wealthmichigan.com or call 989-692-2200. Retirement made clear with a team that plays to win.
Recognize that sound? That's your heart racing when law enforcement catches you for drunk driving. Truth is, it's happening more and more these days. Cops are cracking down all across America. If you drive drunk, it's more likely than ever you will get caught and you will be arrested. So don't take any chances. If you're drunk, do not get behind the wheel. And maybe you could avoid feeling like this. Drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
The WSGW online poll for you.
The government shutdown. The federal government has been shut down since October 1st. This marks another in a series of shutdowns. The longest lasted 35 days during President Trump's first term. Earlier shutdowns include 21 days under President Clinton and 16 days under President Obama. Since 1980, 7 other shutdowns have lasted from a few hours to up to 5 days. Right now, Republican leaders blame Senate Democrats for not voting on a funding bill passed by the GOP-controlled House. Democrats say Republicans are to blame for refusing to include health insurance subsidy extensions needed for their support. The WSGW online poll question for you: who do you blame for the government shutdown? Republicans? Democrats? Both? Or you're not sure? Head to WSGW.com, scroll down the homepage, and find the online poll box to make your vote.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
The fans who are getting quite familiar and quite fond of 63. Take you back through that third period. Not as many goals in it. He was perhaps the most prominent figure of it. Saginaw took a 5-2 lead into the third period. And the only goal we saw on the Saginaw side of things was a Jacob Kluche empty net marker. The Windsor Spitfires would come back with one from A.J. Spellacy. It was, like we said, academic at that point. Saginaw just a couple times too many, letting Windsor into the offensive end with some speed in that third period. The other opportunities before that, 2 shorthanded breakaways for the Windsor Spitfires. A couple of chances on the power play as well. Shurigan battling through the screen. Again, he ends the night with tying a career-high 40 saves. And this, the first of back-to-back shorthanded breakaways, a paddle save on J.C. Lemieux, maybe another touch as it's on its way back through. And then the stretch pass, Ethan Belchez looking to get one back right into the glove. Step on Shurigan there, and he would guide the Spirit to a 6-3 win at the end of 60 minutes. One more time, your Raymond stats. 16-7, Windsor threw everything at Saginaw in that third period. They had the shot advantage in that final frame, and the game entirely, Windsor goes 1 for 2 on the power play, Saginaw at 0 for 4, but they walk away with a 6-3 win. One more time, up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth, Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. Walsh, we talked about the offensive guys in the first couple of periods, but it was goaltending in the third. It wasn't as tight, but it could have gotten a lot tighter. We saw right on the doorstep that Shurigan save, chance off the goalpost. If Windsor scores there and makes it a 2-goal game with 5 minutes left, we might be having a different story right now.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, that was a weird hockey game. The first 2 periods were insane, and then third period, I mean, a bunch of good saves. So, I mean, they got out to a big lead and were able to at least hold on.
44 minutes in penalties during that exchange in the second period alone. Don't have the full tally on all of it yet, but almost saw a goalie fight. 40 saves for Shurigan. The Spirit saw Nikita Klepov his third 3-point night. Had a 5-point night early against Owen Sound, but third 3-point night of the season. He's riding the wave and kind of riding the confidence right now of that Rookie of the Month designation.
Yeah, and it's good to have him in town. You know, it'd be totally different if he wasn't here right now, and obviously he's got this goal scorer's touch, and you know he's playing hard every night and making it happen.
Well, we talked about 2 of them. We might as well get all 3 of them up on the screen for you right now. Your 3 stars of tonight's game is 6-3 win for the Saginaw Spirit, brought to you by Applebee's. Why don't you walk us through it?
Well, Klepov, we just talked about him. Just a stud, lighting the lamp every night. Shurigan, disgusting brick wall. Best goalie I've ever seen. He's the GOAT. And Nick Sema, he had a decent night, I guess. 3 goals. I'll take that. He could have had 7 or 8. But well done, Nick. 3 stars.
Couple of tips in front, couple of deflections, and yeah, you're right. He could have had 3 or 4 in the first period alone. So I don't think Nick Sema comes off the line with Igor Barabanov and Nikita Klepov anytime soon. We bring up Barabanov as well. A powerful line for Saginaw. Actually, one of the first nights all season, just the third time Barabanov's held without a point in this game. But your 3 stars of the game brought to you by Applebee's, Klepov, Shurigan, and Nick Sema. What's next for Saginaw? Well, we'll take a look at the Applied Innovation look ahead. They're not done yet this weekend. Robotics Night tomorrow, presented by Hemlock Semiconductor, as they got the Brantford Bulldogs at 5:30. The top team in the Eastern Conference. They have yet to lose in regulation. They just beat the Windsor Spitfires down I-75 7-0. So they've got a challenge tomorrow, the Saginaw Spirit do, and then a little bit of a quieter weekend. Home and home. They're on the road to go play the Kitchener Rangers. Their first appearance at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium, 7 o'clock puck drop. We'll have pregame for you on WSGW at 6:45. And then they're back home Saturday, November the 8th against the North Bay Battalion Spirit. Era's Night all you Taylor Swift fans out there, presented by U of M Flint. We'll see what kind of tricks are in store for that game, but your Applied Innovation look ahead. Watch and listen on WSGW and, of course, Flow Hockey as well. 6-3 the final score. Saginaw picks up their 6th win of the season. They hand Windsor just their 3rd regulation loss all year long. It's been a month of challenges for Saginaw. They start out the month of November on the right foot. For Andy Harrington, our entire production staff, for Brad Walsh, my name's Dylan Clark. Thanks for being with us tonight. Saginaw, good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow evening.
You've been listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. All season long, the Spirit play on WSGW 100.5 FM and online WSGW.com. We now return to regular programming on WSGW.